carefully because people say this to me and it pisses me the burning bad
I'm streaming now, by the way.
off.
Sorry, just heads up. I'm
Oh,
streaming.
hey everyone, this is your famous
Political
fun-loving
talk with
Mr.
one
Favorite.
retard, his sister, and a guy from Bulgaria.
We're talking about Jumbo Flump and
Jumbo.
Roe Guiden, and that's it. Just some random friends of mine. Okay.
Oh my word.
It sounded like you were saying
Anyway.
Rogan. Joe
Yeah,
Roe
Joe
Guiden.
Rogan. Dang it, man. Could have totally done something with that. I am so sorry, guys. Anyway, crap. See, now I messed that up. Here's the thing is, and maybe the reason why he didn't go that direction is then people are worried that you're going to split the Republican, and then you're going to be guaranteed what's his name?
That doesn't matter. There is a small percentage of extremists on the left. There's a small percentage of extremists on the right, and everyone in the middle wanes.
Yeah.
They're like, I feel Democrat because I want socialist health care for everybody, but also I fucking hate abortion. So like, I don't know where to go on either side.
So
Accurate.
okay, so this is what you got to do then. You don't bring in Trump. I'm sorry. You've got
You're right, probably not. But Trump was so divisive. I think he would have gotten that kind of percentage that would have thrown everything off. That's the only reason
No.
I think that he should have done
and
that.
and the reason why I'm going to throw in my guy is because he was divisive, and that is why he wouldn't have made a good candidate because he did divide. Whereas Andrew Yang,
Dude,
he has got such Republican values. He's got
I love Andrew Yang.
He was
by the
on
way.
the Democratic. Yes, he was on the Democratic ticket. Did you know that he started a new party?
Did he really?
Yes, and I love his party. Okay?
I'm in.
He started a new party.
I love that dude.
He's like, I'm not left. I'm not right. I'm forward. It's the forward
Yes.
party. I love
Yes.
that. I
Okay.
Change the world schools. Support Andrew Yang.
I want
Okay.
you to
man.
know that dude I hated from the beginning because
Oh, you did.
no, because he pushed this I'm gonna give people money thing.
Oh, gotcha.
Like
yeah,
that
yeah.
was what he ran on, and I hated that idea. But then he explained it. He's like, no, I'm not just gonna give people $1,000. I'm gonna take away Medicare. I'm gonna take away health care. I'm gonna take away free schooling. I'm gonna take away free college. I'm gonna take away all the government programs, and then I'm gonna give people $1,000. Do what you want with it.
Okay, but have you heard also the other reasons why this universal what is it? Universal income
Yeah.
is almost necessary.
It's because of robots.
The automation of the world is coming, and I mean, looking at it too. I mean, I get the fear, the whole communism factor, right? But
for sure.
even listening to and maybe Musk isn't the right person to listen to. Maybe he's too idealistic about the future. But he talks about how if we can get past this age of misinformation and we do get into this automation phase, that he thinks that there's going to be this world of abundance, which I totally get. Because as I'm visioning these schools, right? There's going to be some things you can do with your hands, but in the end, a lot of that stuff is going to end up being stuff that is either artistic or hobbies. I mean,
okay, so I do see there being a future where, I mean, obviously, like selling cheeseburgers, it's not that hard, so robots are going to do that. Making the cheeseburgers is a little bit more difficult, but it also can be done. But there's always going to be, like, the cheeseburger maker broke. Do you have a cheeseburger maker fixer robot? or do you have a cheeseburger maker fixer robot? Like, how far down the line do you have to go?
No, and that's fine. But again, if you look at this, the way that works, because I remember that from, was it Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where he was fired from it, whatever. It was like a kid movie that I watched, and so then you're like, oh yeah, we'll never be replaced. But the problem is that the cheeseburger flipping is something like 10 jobs, and now the automated cheeseburger, right? Like exponentially, the higher up you go, the less people you're going to need. So no matter what, you're losing.
My problem, ironically, because I am in this sphere, is that I couldn't give a shit. You sold cheeseburgers at McDonald's and you can't do that anymore? Fucking find a better job. That job sucked anyway. Like So I don't care, but I do care. Like I don't want people to not be able to have a job. I don't want kids to not be able to go out and get work. But at the same time, I want people to be encouraged to find better uses for their lives. Like McDonald's is not the end all be all. Please stop making that your career.
No, and that's great for McDonald's, but when you're talking about massive automation, what these guys are saying is that at some point somebody's going to hold the keys to those robots, and since you and I don't have $100,000 on our hands to pick up one, those people that are going to be in charge of that stuff are going to be the people that dominate the economy. And so that's why they're suggesting a universal income, because it prevents the domination. It's not, I think the short-sightedness that they're not taking into consideration is the lazy factor.
See, and that's
and I think
that's fuck you and your lazy factor. Sorry. Right. Screw you and your lazy factor. Some people are lazy. Let us not work. No.
But it's right.
It's
true. Like
I myself have been trying so hard, because I don't know if you guys know this. I'm lazy. I don't like work.
No, stop it.
No, of course you do. Shut up.
You're special, Addison. Abigail, tell him in a not so cheesy way.
Yeah.
Wait, tell him. What am I telling him?
I don't know. Make me feel good.
Make him feel good.
Guys, I'm kind of like wanting to start praying against doing that towards people.
Doing
what? That's fine. Making
people feel good about.
Wow. Thanks, Abigail.
Wow.
Actually, the perfect time of need. Yeah. Jeez.
But also, like, without listening at all, right on track with what we're talking about.
Yeah, pretty much.
Seriously though, like,
jeez,
like
that's funny.
I don't know. I hate it when I go to Grammys and she's like, hey, you should just find a better job. But at the same time, you should want a better job than you have.
Oh yeah.
And you should work like you're gonna get that better job.
Yeah.
I think I deserve at least $23 an hour. I know that's insane, but I think I deserve it. But I've been working like I deserve $16 an hour. And guess what I'm getting paid?
$16 an hour.
$17 an hour because of inflation. But yeah.
Sweet. Okay, yeah. Cool.
But I got that.
I don't know what the answer is. Text me, Abigail. Text me. 1820.
Red alert! SOS! Help!
He stopped.
He's not giving us the answer.
Could you swing by wherever Addison works and get some information for us?
So rich. What do you pay your employees, specifically Addison?
Yeah. Just a quick question. Whatever. Jeez. Oh yes.
We don't need to talk to HR. It's okay.
No, but
it's okay.
I think it's important to talk about what people get paid. I think it makes people want to work harder, and it makes people realize that they deserve more. So, let's say I was the worker that I am today, which, when I say that, the last month and a half I've gone to work without calling in sick. That's impressive for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say I was that my entire life, and I was still getting paid $17 an hour. If I find out that Wyatt, who doesn't do anything at work.
Nice save. I hear you.
He's getting paid $23 an hour. That makes me feel pretty bad. If I am the worker that I am, or I should be, then I can go to Rich and say, hey, you're paying this guy this much. I deserve at least that much. All right, so match it, or I'm going to go to the next place. because I'm a good worker. But I'm not a good worker, so instead of doing that, I decided like, ooh, I want to be a good worker, so I can do that. So the next year, I'm not going to call in sick for anything. I had a boil on the inside of my thigh the size of a golf ball, and I went to work walking around like I had a shit in my pants.
Gosh,
So
that's
gross, man.
awful.
It was horrible.
That is so crazy painful.
You keep that stuff to yourself, man.
That's exactly what I'm like.
I don't say it at work. That's why I'm telling you guys.
Okay,
it all
cool.
hurts.
I have to get it out. I have to get it out.
No, you really don't. You need to see a doctor. That's what the hell you need to do, okay?
Addison, that's awful. That sounds so painful.
No, it was fine.
Yeah.
It's made the last 2 weeks a breeze.
Oh my gosh.
The point is sharing information with each other, especially like pay. In my mind, it either emphasizes what you should be paid or it emphasizes what kind of worker you are.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and honestly, because and it's really, I don't know. It's I don't know. You guys tell me, because I haven't been around there for the last 6 years, but at least when I was there 7 years ago, it felt like it was such a taboo thing to even bring up how much my
It is. Still 100%.
Is it?
Because
yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I didn't find out until I left. But Brittany and Rachel, who were both my bosses at some point, or I guess Rachel never officially was, but she knew stuff that I didn't know. They both were saying that I should have been complaining to Yuka more for raises, because she would have paid me double what I was being paid, and I was already being paid pretty good by her.
That's crazy. Because I actually thought you should have been getting paid more, and you were buying brand new expensive laptops every year.
Right, and I mean that's, I mean, in a way, it's probably a good thing, right? Because if I probably would have been a much more selfish little brat. Anyway,
well, and it would have made it that much harder to leave.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm sure that if I was being paid that, then moving to Bulgaria wouldn't have been an option. It would
Would you rather take a half pay cut or a 300% pay cut?
Yeah. It's more like I'll send some money to help those people.
I'll sign up for that monthly. Yeah, monthly well builder.
Monthly, yeah. Right. Oh, jeez. Oh man.
I'm a good person.
Anyway, yeah. I still remember helping 3 kids from Guatemala or El Salvador. I don't know where.
Grammy bought a goat
anyway
one Christmas.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's when you know that change is really happening.
Just having a hard time.
Anyway. Oh man. But yeah, it's just I don't know where we're going with this. But
Rachel and what's her name? They were your boss, and they said you deserved
just more. People knowing about stuff, and knowing that, because I know Abigail. How long did it, I don't even know if this is something you've overcome yet, but I remember, talking to you about, saying you're worth this much to during your interviews, and felt like you didn't really want to do that.
What are we talking about?
I remember.
You mean like talking herself up?
Talking herself up, yeah.
Oh.
Like Abigail, when you were trying to, I don't remember what you were interviewing for.
Whatever.
It was years ago.
You cried over goldfish dying. You sitting there going, "I'm the shit, bitch." I don't see that. I just don't see that.
Still.
I can't see that at all. I mean, maybe. No, I don't know. With age, I can see it.
A lot of age. At 80. But even then, in your mind, it'll be like this. I'm the shit, bitch. In Abigail's mind. And then the actual you, which is, I'm really okay,
But you don't see behind the scenes. She has 36 grandkids going, "Just say it, tell them you're the shit, bitch, just say it,
come on."
That's the only way.
Yeah, right.
Oh my
Shoot.
gosh. Hey,
So sad.
guys, I do stand up for myself. I've just been in
Good.
a really
Good.
poor season of standing up for myself. Okay.
I know the last 30 years have sucked, but it's okay because we're gonna get this one, right?
People say that I am I'm a shitty, lazy person, and I'm like, I work 8 hours a day. Every day, I take the weekends off. All right, so you call me lazy all you want. I'll stand up for myself. Building myself up is me going to the job and saying, I've driven a forklift for 2 years. It's a lie, but I built myself up to the point where I could do it because I figured I could do it.
Yeah.
Damn straight. And
Okay,
yeah,
well, you're right.
building yourself up is something that I have.
It's not always a lie, but
expertise.
it is skirting the truth to explain what your experience is.
It's not even skirting the truth. That's called bullshitting, and that's fine. That works. In your case, it works very well, and in some cases, it works well, and some it doesn't. If you do that when you want to become president, it probably won't work so well. They'll find you, okay? They'll find you. But just being confident about who you are, or not even like, going in and saying, hey, you know what? I deserve $40 an hour. Now you don't deserve $40 an hour. You deserve $30 an hour, but you know that they're going to lowball you with 20. And so when you say I deserve 40 and they're taken back and they're like, well, can't really do that, but maybe we could do 30, then you're getting what you actually deserve. If you went in there saying I deserve, that's just negotiation tactics.
Right.
It's not, you being an asshole or, lying or anything like that. It's you knowing the game that they're going to play because they're trying to buy you for the lowest amount. So.
Actually, the reason that I lied about my forklift experience is because of Peter Fackenthal, who it was like one of the last weeks that we worked for him. He said when you go out and you go get a job, I want you to tell people you have 5 years experience. And me and Johnny, we were like, why? That doesn't make sense. We've only worked for you for 8 months. And he said, well, yeah, you've only worked for me for 8 months. That's 8 months professional experience. How many times have you moved? Let's just say 5 years experience, because you have all this experience that isn't, quote, official, but you've learned stuff. You've learned how to pack boxes, or how to clean up a room, or where to start packing up a house. So it is, I guess, you can call it a technical lie, but it is just explaining what experience you have, what you can do, what you're able to do.
Yeah. I'm gonna get better at it, you guys. I just, gosh.
I'm not really trying to attack you, Abigail. Honestly,
I feel like you are.
I'm sorry.
Although
I don't actually feel that way at all.
Although we're starting a new segment called Abigail Build Herself Up. Go ahead, Abigail.
Do you have any people living on your home island?
I don't know.
I see a bunch of old houses that look like they've died.
I don't act.
All right.
Shh. Listen, I played this game for 5 years, man. All right, hire me or don't. All right. How do you get people? They're called destroyed buildings.
Yeah, I think you actually have to give them some stuff, like marketing, maybe a fishery or something. Like you gotta provide some needs for them, I think.
Oh shit. Wait, I have to build the employment before I... How do I destroy stuff? And you can... Oh, I love it.
Is that sarcastic or is that realistic?
No, it was click and drag. I can destroy multiple rows.
Oh, yeah.
At a time.
That is really nice. Is it tolerable what's going on, or do you need some... Oh, your ship has some extra wood too if you can't build anything.
Click. Control click to directly transfer to. Oh, hello. So I heard a fact that I actually had to look up to find out that it was true. It is.
Okay.
And it might be one of the greatest things Twitter's ever produced.
Okay.
KFC.
Yeah.
The company. They have a Twitter. They follow 11 people. 7 of them are just random people named Herb. Herb.
Why?
Okay. The other 5 are the Spice Girls.
Sure.
They follow 11 herbs and spices.
Ah. That is beautiful. Wow.
So funny.
That's awesome. Wow.
I went to their Twitter page. It's real.
It's real.
Jeez, that is hilarious. Oh my goodness. 11 herbs and spices.
Oh my gosh. Some random
Wow.
YouTuber said that, and I was like, there's no way.
Yeah.
11 herbs and spices.
Oh, man.
That is beautiful. I love that.
Okay, because we're talking about, I mean, my brain is associating, okay, so it doesn't mean this actually goes with what you just told us, but herb is just such a more older name.
Mm-hmm.
This gal married this man, and I'm trying to think of what his name was. It was an older name. I couldn't tell you what it was.
Theodore.
But let's just, sure. No, it was more like, I mean, herb is such a,
Yeah, but you don't call people named Herb. You call them Herb.
Right.
okay,
So that's what blows my mind the most, is it's 11 herbs and spices, but they follow herbs. They're following herbs. It's 11 herbs and spices.
Glad that's what's blowing your mind.
I can't handle it! I'm deleting my Twitter account because of
He's doing it again, guys. He's doing it again.
Yeah, but what about
He
Elon
means
Musk?
it this time too.
I don't even care about Elon Musk. He doesn't exist because of KFC.
He doesn't exist. KFC. Wow. Oh man. You too, buddy.
I just when I first joined Twitter. Okay, when I first heard about Twitter, it was literally someone was like, "I follow Ashton Kutcher and he's telling me what he ate for lunch." Like, what? Who gives a shit?
Who cares?
I started my Twitter account because the comedians on there were just nothing held them back. Not a single thing. Comedy Central, nobody. They just said whatever they wanted. You had Anthony Jeselnik the same day as 9/11 making jokes about 9/11.
Jeez, wow.
It was mind-blowing, and it I don't know, I loved it.
Yeah.
And then it just turned into this. You say something and
More
1,000 people
blob.
say you're retarded or racist or whatever.
Yeah.
But then then Elon Musk, he didn't even buy it. He said he was going to buy it, and everybody on YouTube was like, "I went up 1,000 followers." just Elon Musk going, "I'm going to buy it," brought so many people back to Twitter.
Wait, he didn't buy it?
So what I've heard,
Wait, it's still in the works, because what I heard is that he had solvency issues. Like, he can't sell Tesla stocks to buy it, because if he does that, then Tesla's going to bomb and everyone's going to pull out. So that was what I heard, is that he's working on.
Yeah.
You know, he's only got like $3 billion cash, in his back pocket, so he's got to come up with the other $41 billion somewhere else.
You just can't pull a loan out big enough.
Right, exactly.
So I heard there were problems with it, but I also heard that the 44 billion or 48 billion, whatever it was, I heard that was so over the top that they literally had to take it, or the stock, the investors would be like, "No, we're done. We're not investing in a company that's not taking this kind of deal."
Yeah, no, and I knew that. I just didn't. I knew that there was issues with him buying it, and Tesla investors are worried because he could pull his stocks out. I don't think he's a majority share, but even if he was like 20% shares, or whatever, and he sold it, that would drop the stock prices, and then FUD would hit, and people would lose billions of dollars, and the company itself would just go spiraling. So,
for every single company that Elon Musk owns, even if it's 1%, if he is known for owning it, and for Twitter, if he pulls out, they're done. Maybe not completely done, but it is going to be a struggle to get back. Because hate him or like him, he is known as a business genius. And if he backs out of a business, it's failed in most people's minds.
He also has a big mouth, though, too. So I think, because I think he likes Twitter. So if he had to back out, he would do something to keep them around. I don't think he would just leave them like that. Like, sorry, guys.
Right.
But I think he's got a plan.
That's something else. You have this dude, and like him or hate him, he's starting all these companies that are technically improving on what we have. So you have the Boring Company, it's going to cut back on traffic. You have Tesla, it's going to cut back on air pollution. You have Starlink, it's going to cut back on monopolies in rural areas.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all these things. But then he spends $48 billion with a B dollars on Twitter, and you're like, oh, he's just screwing around this time, probably. What? You don't think he has a plan or an ideal of some kind?
Yeah, he doesn't tend to just goof. Oh, jeez, it's too much.
I don't know. People are crazy.
They are. That's why I like them.
That's why I like them.
Guys are so weird.
No, it's why I'm one of them. I said that, and I was like, yeah, but you were the dude that was screaming at 58 pieces of wood that you had to put on your lift. All right, I guess I'm a little crazy, too.
Whatever, right? It's fine. Nobody said crazy, Addison. Nobody said crazy.
Yeah, but you don't understand. It fell off, and I had to put it back on.
I hate doing that. Gosh. Jeez. Gotta love it, man. You gotta love it.
Gotta love it. Oh. Wait, how does the research work in this game?
Well, it starts with there is none, and then it ends with there's still none.
Okay.
What kind of research are you talking about?
So I have a whiskey bottle, overalls, and fire station sign on my build menu that wasn't there before.
Oh, okay. So yeah, sure. Research. So stuff gets opened, unlocked as you get more workers. So that's kind of how that works. Just the bigger you build the place, then the more things become available. And then at some point, right now, your farmhouses, when you click on them, you got like 3 needs that have to be met. If you're able to meet those 3 needs, and you can meet the 2 happiness things, then you'll be able to upgrade the house to a worker house instead of a farmer one, which gives you more taxes, and then you keep going up that tech tree, if that's what we're calling it.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Oh. Nice place to go here.
Are you guys playing Nova or whatever that game is called?
Anno?
Yeah.
It's basically the same. Same word.
There's
Nova
an A in there somewhere. Whatever. Okay, I know that was pretty bad, but, you know. Come on, Bubs. I let Bubba up onto Grammy's bed this morning. Because, well, I just did. Anyways. And then the kids and I are in the kitchen eating, and E went to go grab something. And I hadn't heard Bubba or seen him anywhere. And Eli's like, yeah, he's up on Grammy's bed sleeping. I'm like, oh. He probably just wants to relax. I mean,
Mrs. Grammy a little bit.
What?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe Mrs. Grammy a little bit.
I think so. I feel a little bad, but he's fine. He's fine.
I would feel bad if it wasn't the most rude dog in the world.
He is a rude dog.
Like, imagine somebody that might be shy, but then you're like, "Hey, how's it going, Stephanie?" And then Stephanie turns away from you and looks up at the ceiling.
Aw. Stephanie's just shy.
Stephanie's
Give
shy.
her some time. She'll come around.
And then you touch her on the back of the head. You'll be okay, buddy. That's literally Bubba.
Wow. People always ask, why don't you have a dog? Actually, people don't ask. Kids ask, why don't you have a dog? Why aren't you married? Why don't you have kids? Oh.
Well, apparently, I'm the one with the issues. I can't figure it out.
Your mom rubs her head when she comes to pick you up. You tell me why I don't have kids right now.
I'll tell you why you won't have kids.
Yeah. Oh, man. I didn't say that to them.
Of course
I said it to the parents. Oh, shoot.
So guess what? I didn't find out until yesterday. So
Nice.
Pap and I are going to Vegas at the end of the month because Annie graduates from high school on the 1st of June. So I, have been planning for months to be there.
Yeah.
And then Jordan tells me yesterday she graduates from her 8th grade to 9th grade the day after.
Nobody cares.
Guys,
It's
that's
8th grade.
a big deal.
No, it's 8th grade. It's not a big deal.
It is
Sorry.
a big deal.
I got a guitar for my 8th grade graduation. It's not a big deal.
I got my
That's
first
a big
beatbox
deal.
It's not really.
for 8th grade.
No.
It was pretty awesome, but no, it's not a big deal.
Thank you, Andy.
Nobody cares.
The teacher.
Nobody cares.
Okay. Look, I graduated from 8th grade 12 times. Nobody went. Okay? Nobody cares.
Okay, you guys need a little bit more empathy, and I swear I'm gonna take you out. If Jordan was in the room, I would have been so much more mad. So, she hears you guys.
Oops. Love you, Jay. You're
I'm
the best.
sorry. The one thing I know about Jordan is she doesn't give a shit what people say about her.
She's
Jordan,
laughing
did you
too.
hear that?
She's laughing too.
Did you hear what they said? She said that's accurate.
That's true. Boom.
Nailed it.
Why
Yep.
couldn't I be more like that growing up?
Oh,
man?
seriously.
Ah. I wish
Well,
I
if you were
was.
more like that, then we would have had a much more boring childhood because that would have. How can you tease like Krabby Abby? That was
Oh, my
glorious,
gosh.
Abigail. That was man.
That was...
Who came up with that?
I'm pretty sure that was me.
Oh,
Usually tends to be what I did was antagonize. Addison sometimes went along with it. So
Well, I still had empathy, so...
he had empathy. He was just like, he's gonna turn on me at some point. So do I go with them on this one, or And so in that case, he went on with me on it. So
Andrew, the human calculator. Wow, what are the odds that he goes with me on this one?
no, it's Addison, the human calculator. You calculating with. I always assumed you would join me. Like, do you remember the whole Buttermint thing?
No.
Oh.
No, you didn't, Abigail.
No, you ate all the Buttermints.
I stole all the Buttermints, and I was tired of stealing them alone. So I grabbed Addison, grabbed some Buttermints, went in the bathroom, and like, hey, let's eat some Buttermints. And he's like, but it's wrong. And I'm like, I know, but we need to, let's eat them. Like, we're stealing them. And he's like, but why would we do that? We could just have Twyla. And then he leaves the damn bathroom and tattles on me. Damn it. Never forgave that little bit. Sorry, love you, Addison. You're the best.
I don't remember that, but I do realize where my dislike for Buttermints came from.
from this moment, because afterwards I tortured you. I actually don't remember torturing you, by the way. So yeah.
It's just a natural instinct. Someone's like, "You want one?" And I'm like, "I don't even want to take it out of the bowl. No,
Right.
no,
It feels wrong. It just feels wrong. Jeez. Oh my gosh.
Oh shit.
Nope, it's all good. I'm over it. I don't even care anymore. As you can hear, I don't even care. But anyway,
that's what I'm getting from this.
Yep. In any case, yeah, that was fun. That was a fun situation. And yeah. I always I never really questioned if he would go with me on this. I just assumed he's going to go with me on it because it was very rare when he didn't. So and when he did, it was surprising.
It was rare
It was
when he
surprising.
didn't.
Yeah, because he almost always went with me on it because I never really asked for his permission. I didn't say, "Hey, do you think it's a good idea if we did this?" I just said, "This is what we're going to do." And then,
I gotcha.
I assumed he was going to do it. So.
That's actually true today with people. Like, I can't think of a time when I said, "No, I'm not going to do that," and I didn't get the, like, big eyes, like, "What? Huh?
Yeah.
You're not?" Like,
what's the matter with you?
I can have my own thoughts and desires, right?
Yeah. You're the second born son.
Mom?
What? Jeez. This is terrible.
Yeah, no, it's just like people I know, Abigail and Mama and Daddy, you guys, if I say no, it's not usually a surprise, but especially at work, if I'm just like, nah, people are like, what?
What did he just say?
Did he just say no to me? Mm-hmm.
He did.
I would say at BCA that was kind of the same for me. Like I really didn't push myself around too much. I was just sort of like, yeah, whatever you say.
I'm cool with it.
Yep. And then over here has been the complete opposite. Like I jump into a fight before I realize that I'm actually on their side. Like I'm just like, oh, you think you can give me a pay raise without discussing it first?
Okay.
Oh, sure. No, I'll take the pay raise.
You're
that's fine.
gonna sit there and tell me that I'm a good worker. Okay, let's do this.
Let's see it. Where's the proof? Where's the proof?
I'm sorry. Did you say good?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That's my bad. Don't let it happen again. All right. We'll see you later.
Gosh.
Oh, man.
You guys are hilarious.
No. Well, hilarious. I don't know. I always promised myself I wasn't going to be like Mama when I grew up. And then I fear that at least in this work environment, this might be it, where it's just like, I don't give a shit what any of you think of me. I'm going to tell you my opinion whether you like it or not.
I feel like, though, there's a healthy balance to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't found it yet because I thought I found it at BCA and then realized I was just a pushover that basically just, I mean, I wouldn't say I was a pushover, but I felt like there was a lot of things I could have been doing that I didn't do because I just didn't want to upset the status quo, So.
You were a follower. I hear you. Mm-hmm.
Don't call him that. He doesn't like being called that.
Yeah, I do.
I know.
I'm a follower. Abigail.
You're an asshole, Abigail. That's what you are. Did you hear me? Did that come through okay? Jordan, did you catch that?
All we heard was beep, beep.
And what else I think is that
I'm just saying what I heard, okay? Whatever.
No, I mean, I don't think I was a follower, but I felt like...
No, you don't want to create waves.
Yeah. And at some point you were... Like, I always wanted to... There were certain things that, like, when Yuka came in and would say, don't hug the kids, then I thought, okay, if you fire me for that situation, that's fine. Go ahead, because that's something I'm willing to be fired over. Like, because I don't go after the kids. They come and give me a hug. I'm not going to say, sorry, it's policy.
I'm not going to push them away and be like, no, I have no emotions towards you.
Yeah. I mean, like, seriously, though.
I don't care about you.
Just about your grades.
It was, what's his name? Do you remember the 5th grade teacher, Abigail? I can't remember his name.
I remember you talking about him.
Guy?
The bald guy with the beard.
Oh, Levi.
Holstein. There we go. This guy. Amazing guy, Addison. He's great personality. He's got a wife, a kid. Like, I met lots of teachers. Okay, not lots of teachers. Let it stand for everyone watching. There are not lots of teachers out there, but some teachers where I felt like, okay, you could be a pedophile, and I don't think you should be working at this school or any other school, right? Holstein, not at all this guy. Like, he is the most genuinely good guy I've ever met. And this includes people that I've met at church, right? I mean, he's just a really great guy. The last year I was at the school, Yuka had him so paranoid that as soon as class ended, kids would leave his room. He'd tell them, you got to leave the room. He'd close his door and lock it for fear that a kid would come into the room, ask for help, and someone would sue him for that.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what? That is so wrong.
So, you guys know I watch some right-leaning YouTube videos, stuff like that.
No. Stop it.
No.
I don't believe that. You are not.
Trump is a goof. Okay. Who likes him, right?
Okay, good. Okay. I was worried.
Lately?
Anyway, okay, go ahead.
Lately, they've all been repeating each other. That, like, literally, like, be like, I gained 1,000 Twitter followers. I gained 1,000 Twitter followers. I gained 1,000 Twitter followers. And then Elon Musk is great. It's just the same bullshit. But I listen to them bitch about teachers, and their final point is always the same. It's, I didn't know my teacher's first name. I didn't have a relationship with my teacher. Because you have all these, you have 2% of teachers that are going out and teaching children how to be transgender, how to be gay, how to masturbate. It's actually disgusting, but it's a very small percentage of teachers.
Yeah.
But then they go out and they say that they didn't know their teacher's name, that teachers shouldn't be personal, that teachers shouldn't care about their students. And all I can think is that the best teachers in my life were the ones that knew my name, and I knew their first name. I didn't use it.
Yeah.
They didn't let me use it, but I still knew their first name. I knew their husband. I knew their children. These were the best teachers in my life.
Yeah, exactly. Jeez. It's like, I mean, if you use that logic, then YouTube is the best teacher in your life. Like, if you're looking for a lack of relationship, then that's YouTube or Masterclass or whatever, if that's what you're looking for. But honestly, I mean, that's it. That's all they're describing right now.
Nothing. It's you're learning from an opinion, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, Mr. Westra knew me.
Oh man.
I knew him. I knew his kids. I knew what he did during the summer.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
And I was probably the worst student, like math-wise, the worst student he ever had, and he still told Mom and Daddy, I tried the hardest I ever did.
So he lied.
I love it. No, Andrew.
Shut up.
Sorry.
Andrew.
Sorry, my bad. I forgot we were on air.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Abigail is still on the phone with us.
I'm gonna go public with this. Andrew, you helped me with geometry, which is one of the only reasons I succeeded at geometry. But when I hit algebra, you had no help for me. I'm not calling you out. I'm not saying you're bad, but I went to Mr. Westra every single day because I did not understand it. And that's why he
Oh.
told me I was the hardest work. I worked as hard as I could because I needed to know it, and I still didn't understand it.
Dang. I don't even remember helping you with geometry, honestly. But he was the one.
You took it with me. That's why you helped me, because you were helping yourself.
Oh, gotcha.
Sorry.
Okay. That's all good. No, it's fine. I was just trying to figure out, like, when did we have these sessions? Because I don't remember becoming selfless until about 25 years old. So.
Carving out 30 minutes of your time because he needs to understand shapes. This is important.
I think you're confusing me with Abigail. And even at that age, I think 8, she was 8. I still think that would have been. No, I'm not cutthroat. I'm being complimentary.
No, as children, you should have been the teacher. Andrew was the doctor. He didn't give a shit about if they lived or died. It was just about getting it done. And you cared. Right. But growing up, Andrew found out that these children he cared so much about, he had to educate them. He had to raise them somehow in his own way. And Abia, you became the heartless therapist.
Right. I'm seeing it more and more.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of
I'm
wish
so
it
sorry
was true.
that your mother died and your father is beating you constantly. Oh, no. Don't worry, you are special. And then we see in this video, she's building these tears up, and we're thinking, oh, our sister, she cares so much. And then she's like, next, move it along.
Next.
And we see that
can I get more eardrops in here?
More eardrops. These stories are getting boring.
So I totally wish that was accurate, because I get people that will call looking for therapy, not from me, right? From who I work for.
Okay.
And there's so many times, because right now everyone is full. Like, we've got nothing but wait lists. And then people are like, but I'm really needing someone, right? I'm like, you are pulling on my heartstrings right now. I'm like, I personally cannot offer you anything at this time. I'm like, but I will say, keep searching online. I'm like,
wait, hold up. You are one of the best listeners in the game. Can't you?
It's not
wrong.
I mean, you don't have to get paid for it, but can you not just listen? That's so important for people. Just to.
Okay, so.
Abigail, just listen.
No, I'm sorry.
If I
it's as simple as that.
As any of us who have done no therapy whatsoever, and I'm talking ever, like not even trying, we think you should do it. All right, just do it.
You guys are funny. Yeah, you can't do that when you work under a company, because that is not ethical or proper. Now, if I was talking to someone in public and they're talking to me, I don't mind people talking. It's fine.
I mean, that's what I'm talking about, though. Like, can't you? I mean, I'm not saying like to take them on as patients, but like if you need to talk stuff out, I won't necessarily have the best advice, but I'll listen.
I can't even give any. I'm not allowed. Without any paperwork.
I can give advice. Excuse me?
This goes back to... Listen.
There you go.
This goes back to, like, with the whole Levi... What's his last name, Andrew?
Holstein.
Like, there are people that are not good, and they sue therapists for nothing. You have to cover your butt so much... That's why I'm not allowed to say anything, or I can put the whole nonprofit at risk.
When are you guys moving out of America?
No, when am I allowed to be prideful about my lack of degree, Andrew? When am I?
I'm thinking more of when are you allowed to move to Bulgaria, where you don't have to worry about a lawsuit every time a pin drops.
Check this out,
That's
Andrew.
all I'm saying.
Check this out.
Okay.
Hey, everybody watching, if you feel like killing yourself, get help. Go to a friend. Talk to him. Things will get better. That's advice I just gave, and I'm not getting canceled.
Go to your primary healthcare doctor. Sorry.
Go to your primary. Yes, thank you, Abigail. Thank you. That's from an actual Never mind.
No. Wow, you just about threw your sister under the bus.
Messed the whole thing up.
No, he's trying to explain how because he doesn't have a degree.
The point is,
sued.
yeah,
and then he was gonna say, "Hey, my sister's a therapist. She knows."
No, I'm not.
He was totally gonna like put you in a lawsuit territory. Oh my gosh. Beautiful.
Please.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Man, I love it.
Way to forget my point completely.
Yeah, right. Jeez. Oh, that was amazing.
My word.
Wow.
I am sweating only a little bit. Thank you, Addison.
I got you.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my
That's
word.
amazing.
Oh, that's what do you think?
All right. Look, I've invested into your island, and I feel like you're not really doing what you're supposed to.
They actually told me that you invested in my island.
Yeah.
And then I thought, what's the point of making things better?
Well, you still own 80% of your island, so it helps you out a bit. I'm just saying, like.
Oh, I see.
So, for example, your sheep farm and your potato farm, you actually have to click them and then build the actual farm because the building itself produces nothing.
You know what I hate is finding out this 51 minutes into the stream.
It's just that we get stuck talking about other things, and then it's like I'm watching you fail, and it's like, do I interrupt this meaningful conversation for a game, or do I let him continue to make these mistakes? Also, the number of sawmills is staggering.
I don't know. Is this why they're telling me I have a lack of farmers? Like, you have so many sawmills! We can't feed them all!
Well, also, every sawmill has to have workers, and so you probably don't have enough farmers to do all the jobs. Another thing, fishery. Like, you'll get more farmers if you get, like, a fish thing going on.
I actually didn't completely understand your last point, so if you want to back it up a bit.
Oh, the sheep farm, the potato farm thing?
Is it clicking on the thing and then starting it? What do I click?
So if you go to, I'm going to just make sure I know what I'm talking about first. So I click on the potato farm, the building, and then down there by that, like the number, in the bottom right corner, there's a gear with a number, probably 0%.
Like a 0 with a cross through it? Adjust working conditions?
Don't do that.
The gear,
right
the big
to the
gear.
left. Yeah, the big gear. And then right to the left, there should be a potato field cultivation area, and it says 0 out of 72. Or 0 out of 3 if you're doing the sheep farm thing.
0 out of 72.
So click the button right above 0 out of 72, and then spread your fields. Make sure it's touching the building.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Why did they have that dead zone around it? I thought that was the potato field.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Andrew, quick question.
Yeah.
Did you let's see. Did you ever read the book Screwtape Letters?
Yeah.
What did you think about it?
You liked them?
Wow. Don't offer too much information, Andrew.
Oh, sorry. They were great.
You have to understand, Andrew, that I talked to Abigail about the Screwtape Letters, and I put that book up over Chronicles.
Oh, nice.
I loved Screwtape Letters.
So you really like the Screwtape Letters, yeah. I read them years ago, so I will talk.
It's not like I read it yesterday.
Them. Yeah.
I read it in high school.
So same.
Okay.
But when I read a book in high school, it's like I didn't really read a book.
Right.
There we go.
Andrew read books in high school because he was told to. I read books in high school because I was interested in them.
Right. Yes.
That's the difference between us.
Yep. Significant difference.
Andrew got a 4.5 GPA. I got a 2.1 GPA.
Yes, that is true.
That
But
is
you have to understand that I am a smart person who doesn't give a rat's ass about learning.
I thought you were going to say,
I
I'm a
do
teacher.
now. I do now.
And that's what matters.
Oh, jeez. I don't know how I made it through college or how I got on the dean's list.
There are...
But
You got on the dean's list because his name was Dean, and he made a list of people that he liked. That's how you got on the dean's list.
no, the dean's list, you have to have a 3.75 or higher to get on that list.
I know, but you remember in college, his name was... The dean was Dean. His name was Dean.
Wait, you're talking about community?
Walla Walla.
Walla Walla. Oh, was his name Dean?
Yeah, the dean of our...
His name wasn't Dean.
It was... Yes, it was. It was because we called him Dean.
I don't remember.
Oh my gosh. I remember that. He didn't like me. He liked you.
Wait, was this the
Andrew doesn't
tall one
remember
or the
people
shorter
who
one?
like him.
I met him like maybe twice. He rarely came around our dorm.
Oh, okay. The tall guy that was around our dorm, he didn't like me because...
No, because you had candles.
No, not even that. Because I figured out a way to do the candle thing without lighting them. No, he, the RA that was on our hall, would sometimes miss me during night check because I was already asleep.
You went to bed at 9:45 and he'd come and check at 10. Be like, no one's here. Andrew, you should be in your room at night.
Yeah.
That guy was
and the
such
tall... Yeah, so I went to this tall dean. I don't remember his name, but I went to him and I was like,
no, maybe not.
Look, I'm in my room, but the RA's missing me because I'm going to sleep early. And he's like, yeah, look, we got rules here because we got to blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, that's great. I'm already in my room. You need to tell him to check carefully. He's like, yeah, listen, we just need you to come into your room at 10 o'clock. And it's like, nothing.
In my... Okay.
And you can imagine...
Someone's home, but the lights aren't
like,
on.
It was like 100 times worse because I was this 18-year-old shy kid who wouldn't say anything against authority. So you can imagine the buildup of frustration within the chest because I couldn't just do what I would do now, which is, look, you're an idiot, so tell him to fix it. You know, I was just like, okay, Dean, you know, and walked off. So then the shorter Dean, the one with gray hair and goatee, I don't know if you remember him at all. He was around there more.
Okay.
He ended up coming around more often. And so I talked to him and he goes, yeah, I'll get that taken care of. And after that, never had any issues. We were good. I think one time the RA climbed up onto the bunk to see that I was there because I felt the bunk shake.
Yeah.
But still, I prefer that to, you know, whatever they were doing.
How hard is that? I mean, I imagine he takes notes. Like, hey, this guy's not in, this guy's not in, this guy's not in.
Right.
So the one guy that comes and says, hey, I'm there, I'm sleeping, well, maybe he's lying. Let's check. I don't know. Let's just check instead of brushing it off.
They're just being lazy butts.
I don't know, Abigail. We were all of us were like under the age of 22, even the RAs, right? So I mean, they could have been lazy butts, and they could have been like
one class ahead of me. I think he was one class behind you. Like, shit,
something like that, right? It was just like, you know, we're the same age, and it's the whole YWAM thing, right? Where you're putting kids in charge of kids, and it's like there's going to be problems, right? That's just the way that system works. So, you know, it would be nice if the adults would listen a little bit to the other kid who's saying something that not every, you know, kid who does sneak out at night is doing, right? So
I just kind of wish they would have a choosing process. Like, if you just say, hey, we need someone to be in charge of these 10 kids, literally the only people that are going to come to you are the people that want to advance their career in controlling people and the people that like controlling people.
They're just used to being in charge. Which, by the way, I applaud people like that too, right? Because that is not my natural go-to ever. I hate it.
We know. We should stop applauding people in charge. It's giving them too much grace, too much.
I
Oh,
really
you're
like
awesome.
being in charge.
No, you do a good job, and then we'll party with you. But you put yourself in charge and you do a shit job. I'm not even talking to you.
Well, you can't just do that to people either.
You have to. We want good leaders. We need good leaders. We can't build up shitty leaders.
I know, Addison, but doing it that way, I don't think is right either.
Well, we can't kick them out. We can't just say
What's
you're
the
not an
right
RA
way?
anymore. If we could.
Well, I'm not saying just don't talk to them.
No, but if we could just kick them out because they're bad leaders, then I would talk to them. I would party with them. I would do whatever with them. But the fact that I can't just say, hey, you're a shitty leader, get out. Yeah, I'm going to stop talking to them. I'm going to stop being around them. They need to know that they're shit leaders.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll tell you guys what I did with my school. All right. I had a teacher spank one of my students. I believe it was a junior.
Whoa.
Yeah. And so,
A junior
I
spanked one of your students.
no, a junior in high school
Junior
was
got spanked.
spanked by one of my teachers. And then the parents wanted to sue my teacher. Okay. It was
Wow.
like ridiculous.
Wow.
So anyway, I had to use my skills as a negotiator to convince the parents not to sue the teacher, and instead of firing the teacher, which is probably maybe what I should have done because that's a little bit of a weird thing to do to a junior, but instead I sent him on sabbatical so that he could learn to become a better teacher.
Yeah.
So he's gone for the rest of the year. I had another teacher. He comes back way better as a teacher, like more skilled as a teacher. I don't lose anyone, and I'm helping everyone become better people.
That's how you're supposed to do it, though. That's how you're supposed to do it.
Sweet. So that means I got the answer right?
Yes.
Thank
I
goodness.
don't understand why
I was a
Addison-
little bit worried. I was thinking,
You
do
were
I
not
really?
worried.
Yeah, they're all animated characters anyway, but still, I was a little worried. Like, what if that situation ever really came up? Like, this is a computer
was this
game
a
simulation. Abigail, I don't own a high school yet. Of course, it's a game. Where did you think I was getting this from?
I don't know. All your years working in schools?
Wait. No.
As a high school leader?
We thought that during the weekends you just started pop-up high schools.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me.
That's my fault, guys.
Honestly, wouldn't surprise me. Sorry, guys, I can't come home during this Christmas break because I'm setting up a pop-up Christmas high school. Just for the kids that needed extra education during Christmas.
It's just a random thing. It's fine.
I can't even
with
laugh
high
at that.
school.
That sounds like something you do.
Jeez. Okay. Well, thank you, but yeah, no. Oh man.
But like you're the guy that works all day with kids, and then at the end of the day you're like, what if I started like a puppet thing with kids? Oh, so more time? You want to so much time with children?
That was epic. Actually,
my gosh.
Now I gotta tell you a story, which is definitely gonna help this story become more of a real thing. But
guess what? It's a story about kids, Addison. Just FYI.
Okay, whatever. So I am like each day bring like buttloads of stuff home from the school because I brought my whole life of school stuff from America, and now it's all stored at this school. So now my bedroom's being filled up to the ceiling with stuff from school. Yeah. So anyway, I was gonna take home my puppets, and I'm walking past the first graders who have a substitute who looks like she's gonna lose her mind, and I'm thinking, oh, I haven't brought these puppets out to first graders at all since I've been at the school. I've been showing them to second graders, fifth graders, kindergartners, but never these first graders, right? I'm like, oh, I should just bring these out, right? So I'm like, hey, do you want me to take over? And the substitute's like, yes, please. And so I'm like, okay, I got some friends, guys. Do you want to see them? And I bring out these puppets, and these kids are just loving it, right? And so you just have to, so then you got to show them all the puppets, right? So I'm spending 45 minutes showing them these puppets. About halfway in, 20 minutes in, my 7th graders, who are, I teach IT, they walk past, they see me with the puppets, and they open the door and they're like, can we come in and watch? And so it's always cracked me up to have a puppet. I'm not a ventriloquist, right?
You just talk.
Right? Yep. And everyone, like the first thing first graders say, 7th graders, anyone says is like, we can see your mouth move. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And in my mind, I'm thinking, how long is it before you talk to my hand move and not me? And it's exactly what happens. Like all these 7th graders, these first graders are drawn in. They're like, hey, Daryl, I got a question for you. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, you guys, I cannot even, right?
At the end of it, you should always go just like, but I thought you could see my mouth move with the puppet. With the puppet.
Yeah, right.
This is why you and I did not become teachers.
Yeah.
Because that's the kind of, I'm like, yeah, well, but what about...
Well, you're a stupid little kid that said this earlier, so you don't know nothing, do you?
No. What I do with the 7th graders is I say, you've been talking to my hand for the last 25 minutes, right?
Yeah.
I don't even care. It's fine. It's fine.
Literally.
It's 7th grade.
Literally exactly why I barely get along with other gamers.
Right.
You smell and you're fat. You don't know what I look like. Instead of just accepting what they said
buddy.
and moving on.
Right. Whatever you say.
Whatever, man. All right, you do you.
Man. Jeez. No, but then after that, I was telling him, I'm like, okay, well, I'm taking my puppets home. And the first graders started tearing up. And so then it was sort of like, yeah, okay. So I guess every week now I'm bringing the puppets over, during my break time, and we're gonna have a little puppet show. You just can't, you can't, give up an opportunity like that, So,
dude,
That's so sweet.
You could probably do like a YouTube show with a puppet with an actual like mouth cam, so people could see you talking while using the puppet, and people would still be like, "That's such an awesome puppet." Guy's awesome. It's like Jeff Dunham. He's like Jeff Dunham.
And then Jeff Dunham's gonna get on there and try to cancel me because he's like, you can see his mouth move.
He's gonna start inviting you to events just so he can mess with you. Like, I can see your mouth moving still.
Look at this guy. Look at it. Can you guys believe this? Anyone? And I bring out Daryl. Hey, can you believe this guy?
Ah, Daryl!
He's like, I'm gonna kill you, Daryl! Like, Jeff, it's a puppet, okay, buddy? Oh my god.
I'm already feeling bad for him.
Oh,
I know.
gosh.
I'm sorry.
He starts creating a new puppet called like Antifa, but it's Antifa Daryl.
Jeez.
That's pretty good.
Oh, shoot.
Word.
All right, for his sake, I won't do that because I do respect the guy,
He's found his lane. Just let him run in it.
Oh, shoot.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
my gosh. All right.
Okay, how cool is this game you guys are playing?
I don't know.
Well, Addison
Nothing's working.
he's blueprinting like a whole bunch of things. When there's a blue outline, you haven't actually built the building, right?
Oh, you
Yeah.
mean those houses? Yeah, no, I know that. How do
Or
you
the
make them build the
fishing.
houses? Okay. Well, how do you...
When you click on them, then you'll see a little like place where you can actually build it. That button.
All right, so let's move back one step. How do you collect lumber?
Let's see. Are you doing it right?
Holy shit.
You've got...
In Kingdoms, it was so easy. You put the building down, it just happened. I've had these lumberjacks here for a millennia, I feel like.
Oh, up at the top of your screen where you got like the farmer count. What's the negative number? I'm guessing you have a negative number. I could be
Oh
wrong.
no. Is it the balance? That number?
No, it is straight up center top.
Oh yeah, workforce. Farmer workforce.
Yeah, workforce.
Plus
Yeah.
8.
Oh, it is plus 8?
Mm-hmm.
What is your lumber count up right above that and maybe to the left a little bit?
0. It's
Holy
been
shit,
there for a
what?
while. I don't know how to
Wait a
collect
minute.
lumber.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's see. You've got a lumberjack hut. That's all connected to the warehouse, right? Yeah. Oh, you don't have nearby warehouses. Okay, so everything has to have a nearby warehouse. If you don't have a nearby warehouse,
I think
there you
that
go.
is stupid.
It is, but it also makes sense. You just built too many of them, man.
I mean, that basically
How
makes
much?
as much sense as your house is too far away. I drove 2 hours so that I could drive 4 more hours so that I could move one person from one house to another. That was a real life job I had.
You know they don't have cars in this game. I'm just throwing
Hold
it
on,
out there, whatever.
I'm gonna zoom in on this thing, and you go ahead and go to my stream and you tell me what that is equivalent to.
Oh, I gotta go to your. Hold on. Are you on Twitch or are you on YouTube?
YouTube. Don't worry, I'm on it. You'll see it. There's a delay, but you'll see it.
All right, hold on. I gotta YouTube.
I will say it's moving pretty slow. So it's...
Okay, cool, nice. All right, you are zoomed in on a carriage.
Mm-hmm. 2 horsepower carriage.
Yeah. Do you see how fast it's moving, man? Like.
Yeah, but there's no effort being put in. No person is like, I have to carry this all the way there. They just put it on the thing and they
that's
move
you. That's your carriage. Like that's only for the top class. That's only for the highest of the high. You know.
Wait, what were we arguing about?
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's what I was wondering.
All right, never mind.
I'm just.
Look at it.
To...
That's a car, essentially.
All right, guys, we need to deliver some goods to what's the name of your place? Hustle. Hustle.
You can call us No Wood.
No wood. What? Oh.
No wood.
I'm not going to do that for your own sake, man. Dang it! I cannot buy more of your shares yet.
Because we have
How
nothing
much money
to
do you
give.
have?
98,000.
You have 98,000?
Yeah.
Oh, you're good. I won't buy anything.
Yeah, but like, how do I build these warehouses? How do I get lumber?
You wait for my ship to arrive.
Oh.
Oh shit! I'm out of farmers. Oh, because I'm out of fish. That makes sense.
Hey, Abigail.
Yeah.
Were you here for the KFC
Debacle.
thing?
No, I don't think so.
All right. I got some gold for you.
Okay.
Hold on.
KFC. They're on Twitter. They have several countries of KFC. Did you?
Okay.
You did hear this?
Was this the thing with?
11 herbs and cheese
Yeah.
and spices. 11 herbs and
Uh-huh.
spices. Okay. All right. I won't repeat it.
I was
then.
here for that. Sorry.
It's okay.
I was like, I don't know what we're talking about.
I don't know how you could hear KFC and not immediately think of that, but all right, that's cool.
I just didn't put the two together. I separated them.
That's weird. It's like separating cheese from pizza.
I do that, Addison.
I don't.
Abigail, don't. Mm-mm.
Right.
Wow.
Just telling you that's what I do.
Okay. And my ulcerative colitis is back. Thank you.
You give me so much stress.
So, Addison, I have to first... You are an ally already. Why can't I... How come I can't send you... How come I can't trade with you? I've got A bunch of stuff. Oh, there you go. Did you get a bunch of wood?
Yeah. Timber. Not
Sweet.
even wood. It's right-clicked it and it's gone.
Well,
Shit.
is it in your boat, maybe? Or wait,
Yep,
did you
there it
pick
is.
it up at the top?
Now,
you did,
right-clicking
okay.
it transfers it between the boat and the stuff.
Nice.
And it's gone. I immediately used it.
Jeez.
Please
Thinking,
tell me you
wow.
put it in a warehouse near one of the lumber yards. Please. I don't think they did.
Did you use it? It's oh no, it's on the it's floatsome. It's right next to your boat.
Aha.
How are you? Oh my gosh.
If I right-click it.
When you have the boat selected, then you right click it.
Nope. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. It can't-
Flagship ready for orders.
Okay.
Yes.
You can turn back around. I was sending my ship back to help pick up the stuff. Oh man.
My captain's just hitting imaginary buttons. Like, how do you make this damn thing work?
Sir, don't we just pick up the wood we threw in the water? No. You gotta click something, okay? You gotta click something. Jeez. Oh, finally. Okay. That's upgraded.
This is why you go to college, kids, so you know how to pick up.
How you go to college.
Or, I don't know, the captain.
Captain Jack Sparrow. Did you guys know
There
that?
we go.
Did you guys know that trial is still happening?
Yes.
No.
I currently
It's
because so I opened a new account in YouTube with my Change the World Schools thing,
okay.
and so there's a lot of pop culture that I'm not used to seeing on the
Right.
suggestions, and then I've got my stuff, which is like DW News, the war in Ukraine, things like that, and so now I'm getting this beautiful mix of Johnny Depp did something awful, or didn't do something awful, and thousands of Ukrainians are dying. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, why is this a thing when there's other
Why?
things that are more important?
Why?
Yeah.
Oh my
Jeez.
word.
And it's not
Anyway.
just YouTube. It is a right-wing opinion piece now, where they will take
Oh,
15
it is?
15 to 30 minutes to discuss. Steven Crowder, the biggest name in right-wing media on YouTube, spent his entire stream on Monday just watching their court trial.
Why?
This is why
Why?
I have such a low opinion of both sides. It's like, if one side at least said, hey, look, we're not going to be part of the clown circus, okay? You can say whatever you want, but we're going to just go ahead and... No, both sides, I feel like they just...
It's on purpose, though, right?
I know, because
Right.
if you don't play the game, then the other side's going to destroy you or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But still, it's just...
Well,
I can't handle it.
at a certain point, it becomes a financial thing. You're making this much.
Oh, for sure.
You can't just stop talking about Hillary Clinton or just stop talking about Joe Biden and talk about the important stuff. You have to hit those notes so that you keep making money.
More money, yeah.
And I mean, honestly, if you ever want to get the truth, go to the guy with 50,000 subscribers.
Right.
He's going to tell you exactly what he thinks. And maybe it's truth or not, but it's not going to be some fabricated bullshit from this dude who has the quote best opinion on this side.
Yeah. That's really disappointing, I think.
It is.
For sure.
Because I when I first started watching Steven Crowder, when I first started watching Fleckus, these guys were the most like, I'm going to step in and say what is happening right now, and you have no choice but to listen. You can say whatever you want, but I have evidence to back what I say up. and now they're just I made 50,000 subscribers on Twitter, and Joe Biden is a bad guy, and the election was stolen. They're all saying the same bullshit.
Right. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Seriously.
It's upset. It's disappointing because I followed them for a reason, and the reason is exactly the opposite of what they're doing now.
Yeah, exactly.
The power of corruption that is through fame, money, and none of those things by themselves aren't necessarily bad, but it's when you when your lifestyle changes and you can't live without it, kind of thing.
I mean,
but here's the question. Here's the question, though. How do you keep that from happening? Like, I'm asking genuinely because I want to educate this in the schools. Like, I want to teach how to be genuinely successful and then to avoid turning that success into a form of corruption, because that can happen with anyone, right?
As someone who's not really experienced a lot of success, I'm going to say it's not possible. I think at a certain point, there's a corporation, an entity outside of your own person that becomes the company that you think you are, and it controls it. You have to make this much money to keep this company going, or you just give up on the company. So there is no success and then just continue on as a good person. You either succeed and then shut it down, or pull it back, or have some kind of contingency. But that isn't possible at a certain point, because the company is its own entity.
Okay, but then that does actually make it easy, because all you have to say then when you're educating is that, if you're doing stuff for money, then that's going to lead you down a bad path. If you're building a company and you're building it out of a passion, and that's it, then the money isn't going to do that. It's not going to take that control. You'll reach your limit. Everything does reach a natural limit, and then you'll stop. It'll stop, and you can then decide. All right, I'm going to. I don't know what the choice is, but I'm going to make a decision to, push it even further to make even more money. And then I'm crossing that line between something that I'm passionate about to I'm doing it for greed. And so here's how we can stop that.
But I think, well, and again, I don't know. I've never been so successful, but I think there's especially if you look at Jack Dorsey interviews, pre-2016, post-2016, you see someone that has lost control of their company, lost control of even making the tiniest decisions, like we're not going to kick people off anymore. Like you can't make that decision because it isn't run by you anymore. It's conglomeration of people, ideas of what the company should be. That's what runs the company. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's possible to create something as successful as Walmart and still be decent.
Yeah.
I've
agree.
not necessarily seen anything that's been hugely successful like that doesn't have any kind of corruption, as in like you buy from sellers in different countries and those sellers aren't ethically doing things proper. So
you have to. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm going to say this because, since living here, I've discovered, which please don't. Well, okay, I guess you'll judge me one way or another, but I've discovered there's different forms of corruption. corruption. I mean, for Americans, we all tend to view corruption as one thing, which is you do something that's not, lawful, and therefore it's illegal and it's corrupt, and you should not do that, right? That's the general consensus of what most Americans have. Then you come here, and what is normal, like it's almost I'll say a tribal society, in the sense that in order for me to know how to get a good mechanic, I have to know a guy who knows a guy, and that's that's kind of how the culture works here. And you like, even now, all the people that are helping me build the school, it's not that I'm going to a law firm and I'm saying, hey, I need your best lawyer. I know a guy who knows a guy, and that's how I got my lawyer. And now I know a guy who knows a guy who's going to help me find an accountant. And that's how I'm getting people to help me.
Right.
And so when you look at that in a sense of, I need help with this, this thing or that thing, it might look corrupt from an American perspective because he's not doing it the right way, but it's not corrupt. It's just the culture of things. So I just want to clarify that when we're saying corrupt, we're talking about people who are doing unethical things for evil reasons. I mean, that's what I just want to clarify.
That's what I'm saying.
Cool.
Or exploiting people too in a way that only serves them and not like.
So in that sense, like, for example, one of the wealthiest people that I listen to that I feel like isn't corrupt, and I don't know how he does it, is Warren Buffett. And he could very well be corrupt, right? But like a lot of the stuff, like a lot of the laws and practices that protect wealthy people, he is constantly advocating against. He talks about how everything they do, like most billionaires pay less than 1% taxes, less than 1%.
Whoa.
And he talks about
personally
how
their companies, their organizations pay massive amount of taxes, but personally they pay very little.
Exactly. And the way that happens is through a legal system that the U.S. government has created. And so they're
created
not doing
and
things,
persists. They refuse to back off on it.
Exactly. And like when you hear about Bernie and his socialism and stuff like that, him and Buffett, they're the ones who are talking about stuff like that changing. I mean, okay, I know
don't
Bernie
trust Bernie.
has a lot of things.
It's
fine.
He changed from millionaires to billionaires real quick.
No, and it's with the inflation, Edson. Don't worry.
Yeah.
About it. It's fine.
7%. That's why billionaires.
That's
okay,
why.
Millionaires. We're all millionaires now. Okay.
So
sorry.
No, it's fine. But when they talk about this stuff, like even Warren is sitting there going, we got to change this. Like he's making it aware. Like if I was a rich guy and I'm paying less than 1% tax,
holy shit! Zip. Throw away the key.
Yeah. And hey, Warren, how about shut your
hey,
mouth,
buddy?
Okay, buddy? I don't want to pay. If I pay 30% of my $300 billion, do you know how much that is?
That's so much.
$9 billion.
That's so much money.
It's so much.
That's more money than I'll pay in taxes in my entire life.
Not only your entire life, but I'm pretty sure like all of your family and your friends' combined lives.
I know,
right?
Arlen. I know Arlen has a lot of money, but if he had to pay that in taxes, I think he would just quit everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. I'm just saying.
That's insane.
Yeah.
But
so
he pushes for it for a good reason too.
Right. Exactly.
Our country needs money put back into it. All we do is push it out, push it out, push it out. Give it to other people.
Yeah.
Give it to the.
No, and it's
just.
It is. It's very. Yeah. It's very. It's interesting. Disheartening. Yes, I mean that's of course.
No, but it's.
Word, I guess.
I mean, disheartening because it's the wrong choice so obviously, but it's also confusing. It's like these comedians that started their woke business, like Sarah Silverman. The N-word was her word. Like, she loved
Okay.
saying that to get a reaction. And then she comes out and she's like, oh, it's a bad word, and I understand I've said it, and I'm sorry for that, but, from here on, we should just avoid it, and all this shit. Like, so
Nice.
clearly willing to alienate at least half of her audience. For what? Like, it doesn't make sense. You're giving away money. It doesn't make sense. I don't know. It's just the decisions they're making, the things that they're doing are confusing, and it feels like they're making such the wrong decision that they have to be involved in something, even though they're probably not. They're probably just trying to do the quote right thing in their mind.
Are you talking about the government or these rich people?
Both.
Okay.
It like someone like Elon Musk coming out and buying Twitter. It's a nothing thing, but then you have all these celebrities that come out against it, and I'm shutting down my Twitter account, and freaking Twitter's the only reason you're famous in the first place.
Why would they come against it? I don't understand.
Oh, because
then it becomes a
mean.
political thing, right? He's mean, or he wants the free speech, and Republicans are being repressed, and since that's the situation, then Elon must be Republican. So then, we're Democrat because Hollywood's Democrat. So then it's got to be that, right? I mean, honestly, it just turns into this.
Oh Lord.
This whole blue.
Seriously,
I swear.
Oh Lord.
And I have to ask you a question. I mean, I'll ask you, Abiel, because you're the one who keeps posting things on it. Did something happen over there? Because all of a sudden, I had friends who are posting things about abortion or against abortion. Is something going down?
They overturned Roe v. Wade.
They overturned, or they're overturning?
They're going to.
Me, Addison.
Sorry.
Muted. Addison, yeah.
No, please go ahead.
I can't say anything.
He knows more.
No, the reason I'm posting is because we have family members who are not for it, and so I have.
Thank you. Sorry, could you? What do you mean not for it? I don't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't understand.
One of our cousins, whom we love very dearly,
is not for the
for the overturning of Roe versus Wade.
So pretend you are talking to a guy who is ignoring this issue mostly because he's a guy. What is Roe versus Wade? Is it where you are allowed to have abortions? Or
yeah, that's when they legalized abortions in, was it the 50s or 60s?
Okay.
That's when they legalized it.
Okay.
And Addison, I don't know all the details. I've just been hearing here and there. There's a lot of states who are choosing. It isn't a federal thing yet that not that I'm aware of. Addison might know, but there are a lot of states who are making it illegal to have an abortion, or up to a certain date, or whatever it is. They're all different. But there's quite a few states in America that are choosing this, and so a lot of women are flipping their shit, and I'm like, okay, well, whatever. But then it's not a thing here that I'm aware of. Like, they're not making it illegal. We're such a liberal state. But one of our cousins was posting about it and talking about a rally where they're going to fight against this, and she was promoting it and just encouraging people to be there, and they can choose to wear a mask or not. And I didn't say anything because I actually haven't even seen it.
Okay.
But like Dave and some of them saw it, and they were pissed off, and then Mama saw it and she was pissed off, and everyone's upset, and I quite frankly, my first reaction was definitely like shock and just anger and hurt. But then I was like, okay, God, but what do you say about this? Because we're not fighting against flesh and blood. This isn't a flesh and blood topic right now. I mean, it is, but that's like when it comes to family, like that's not who I'm fighting. There's something else much deeper and darker going on here that we have to be very aware of, especially in our speech and how we talk to one another, because Jesus was not about like tearing down relationships, right? I mean, he was very straight, at least like with the people that he knew their hearts, like the Pharisees and so forth. Like, I understand that, but he was never like not disrespectful or mean, you know. He was just speaking truth. And so I have been posting a lot more about it because I think it's important, and I'm a little bit surprised, not surprised. I don't know. It's all, you know how we get primed. Our brains are primed, and I just feel like
what
we can
what
prime our brains to believing a certain way.
Yeah. I got you.
And so I just feel like on this topic, which I really, even as a young person in like high school, I was passionate about it. And sometimes I walk away from it because I'm like, oh, I don't want to deal with this. But this is something that has always been on my heart. And I just feel like it's the right thing to do. I'm not judging anyone. I'm not throwing out judgment. I'm just stating my opinion on it, or, you know, that I'm pro-life at least.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm doing it, because it really has always been so close to my heart. And I feel like the more it's shared, because Mama was pro-life up until I was out of high school. Like, I remember having a conversation and we got super heated, and then I realized what she was saying, and of course I got even more heated, right? And
Wait,
then
I'm sorry. So is she not pro-life?
Mama is now, but
she wasn't though.
She wasn't. Like, this is after high school I found this out, and I freaked out on her, which was not the right thing to do. Okay, I will say that. But I was so shocked that my own mom, but I had lived like that. I mean, I had believed that too so much in high school, because I'm like, women's rights, right? And so if you believe in women's rights, well, they also believe in my body, my choice, or whatnot, and abortion is okay. And so, I mean, I just didn't understand it, right? And so I was okay with it, because, well, if I believe this way, that means I have to believe all of it, which isn't true. But that was the lie I believed for so long. And so that's why I talk about it, or I post anything, because I just think I was lied to, so how many other people are being lied to and they just don't know yet? They don't understand it. And that's okay. Like, I want to be able to say it all with compassion and love and with a heart, not with condemnation, because that's never the angle I ever want to come at towards anyone.
Right. Well, and it won't help, because if you come at it that way, how many life-changing events have happened to you where somebody comes and goes and shames you and says, you're wrong in this, and you go, gosh, you know what, you're right. Ooh,
right.
Thanks for steering me the right way. You know, like, that's not the way people are affected by that change. So.
It's interesting. I have had and I say an old friend, she was a friend when I was a kid. So we're definitely acquaintances now, and I don't know her very well. But she had commented on something I had posted that she didn't agree with it. And so I asked questions, because that's the best thing I can do, because I don't understand why people, you know, think the way they do. And so the best thing you do is ask questions. We don't have to get defensive, but asking never hurt anything.
Sometimes they don't know why they think the way they do, and talking it out actually fills in the gaps, and they're like, oh, this is actually kind of a ridiculous way to think.
Right? I mean, how many times has that happened for all of us, right?
My entire life, every day. Oh yeah, I am retarded.
I don't try and word it that way, but...
No, but I'm simple, so that's how I say
it.
Well, I don't like getting into things like that, especially, like, I just don't like it, but I knew it was controversial when I posted it, and so I had a feeling something would happen. Anyways, I asked her some questions, she shared, and then I made a comment about just thanking her birth mother for giving her life and her a voice to be able to have what she has right now. And I knew that was like, that's gonna hit a little hard, right?
Yeah.
Like not in a good.
That's a truth.
That's a truth. And she's like, well, I actually wish that I was never born. And I was like, oh, I was like, Lord, how do I respond to that in just such a loving way? Because I remember this girl back when we went to Skagit together. And she is someone who brings joy and laughter into a room. Like that is who she is. That was who she was when I knew her. And so I just said, I'm really sorry to hear that. I remember you when we were younger, and I just spilled out like the truth over her of who she is.
Yeah.
And
That's
her and I
exactly what
haven't
you do.
talked like we haven't talked forever, but I said, if you ever want to private message me and I'll give you my number, we can just start talking, because I just remember you being such a wonderful person. I really loved being around you. So and that's all I said. She never said anything, and maybe I'll, try to send her a message next week or something, give her time. But I just thought that's the way to come at this. It's never to be
truth bombs. Hit them with
right.
truth bombs every time. I didn't want to be alive. Well, you need to be alive because you made my life better, and I know you made dozens of other people's lives better.
Right.
And here's the truth is social media is so twisted. They're so stuck on their side of the line that she might have been lying. She might have said,
Right.
I wish I was never born, even though she cares about her life very much.
Right.
You still hit her with a truth bomb, and it doesn't matter. She can lie all she wants. The truth is, she was given the opportunity to give her opinion, and she was a good person. Period.
And I did tell her, I said, I really appreciate that you feel so safe to share your opinion. Like, I thank you for doing that, because that's what I want you to be able to do. But I just never want to come at anyone with because some other people commented on that post and they're like, I agree with you 100%, Abigail. And I'm like,
what?
I'm grateful, but I don't need you guys. I don't want to gang up on anyone like that. I also want to make sure it never happens, because that's not my intention either. So that was anyway, I was doing my best to really maneuver, and it's so weird it being on social media, right? Because I just
literally
don't say
for the
nothing.
entire world to see.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, this is weird and uncomfortable, but Lord, use me. So that's all I care. I'm like,
stand for what you
I
think
just
is
want to
right.
speak life and truth.
Look, you got all these people that are evangelical atheists. Not something I made up. I heard someone else say it, but they are so adamant about the rest of the world believing exactly how they believe, and the way they believe is evil.
Right.
So stand up for what you believe.
Right.
You don't have to fight them. You don't have to put them down. But every time they call a baby a parasite, you say, no, it's a baby.
It's a baby.
A baby.
Yep. And the thing is, I don't need to make anyone believe it. I'm just going to continue to speak truth, and to speak truth over people who don't believe it, because they still have something that God desires and sees valuable, and that's what I want to see too. If I value life before it's even born, I'm going to value your life too, because it's important.
I'm so glad you're doing that, because there's like Andrew, I think that you believe whatever you want to believe. You have your own opinions, but I don't think you should avoid something just because you're a man.
I agree. Thank you for saying that.
But for me, just let me finish real quick. For me, I have to avoid it. I am so passionate about it. I hate certain things so much that I literally can't have a decent argument with people over it. It hurts my heart just thinking about it. So, but I don't think you should avoid something just because you're a man. I think that you're a person who has an opinion that's important, and whether you're a man, a woman, or you think you're something else, you have an opinion. It's important. Say it.
So, here's my question to you then. What should I do different that I'm not doing now?
I mean, other than...
I'm asking you, and I want you to tell me honestly what you think, because I've gone through this, and I'll tell you why I'm not involved in it. If I post on Instagram, what's going to change by me posting it? Other than people will say, oh, he's on that side or they're on that side.
Right.
Okay?
I'm not...
The other thing... Sorry. So let me finish now.
You're good.
So talking about it on social media does nothing for me. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Talking about it in this kind of format does nothing, because all it does is help reaffirm what you believe or get you more angry at what you don't believe. So this format is completely useless, which means the only format that really it comes down to in my situation is when a student has an issue where they have a kid on the way and it's unplanned, and they come up and they trust me and they ask me what I think, then I tell them what I think. Mm-hmm. And in that situation, I tell them that I think that they should keep it, because no matter what, life is life. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's the only time I share my opinion. After that, I got nothing, because I am a man, which means all I can do is teach myself and other men or other boys how to act. Because if we actually fix this problem, which is that guys are out there raping and leaving women and, not being good fathers, not being good boyfriends, not being good whatever, that's the biggest issue with this. This wouldn't actually be a discussion if they weren't out doing that shit. Then we wouldn't have this issue. So that's all I can do. I don't want to have a discussion. I don't want to be part of a debate, because I don't think that's something that's useful to my time or to the issue, honestly. So there you go.
I 100% agree. On these streams, I love to talk about everything with you guys. But when I'm making a gaming video, or if I'm on with my friends, I don't like bringing it up. I don't like talking about it,
I will say I think it's different, like, if you came from a different scenario, which you guys didn't. But, like, there's a guy in my class, a man in my class. I actually think, Addison, you might know his son. He went to school the same time you did. Mm-hmm. But I can't remember. Dykstra?
Yeah.
Matt? Oh. Matt Dykstra?
Matt Dykstra? Yeah. He was a douchebag. Yeah. Is he cool?
Sorry.
No,
no. Sorry. I don't know him. I know his dad.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Sorry.
So his dad came. His mom was raped, and he's the result of that.
Yeah.
And his mom put him up for adoption. And so, for someone who has like that kind of a story, I feel like that's a little bit different, because easily she could have been like, "Yeah, no, I'm not doing this." But she chose to take that opportunity and have this son of hers, and then hope that he has a better life.
Yeah.
And just seeing him and his wife and their transformation is just an amazing thing, because it just came from a lot of just darkness and crap. So the fact that you say that doesn't surprise me, because of them sharing their own story. I don't know his son at all or nothing. I just was getting his name. I was like, "You're Dutch? I'm Dutch." Blah, blah,
yeah.
blah.
Oh, yeah. Everyone was Dutch in high school.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Dutch.
Yeah.
Ain't Dutch? Yeah. Sorry.
No, but he wasn't someone I avoided. It was just, we went to Christmas banquet with him, and he hit on everyone's date. Like, why are you doing that?
Yep. Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie.
If I can, just to put like a stamp on my point, just because I don't want to get it confused. You don't. I'm not saying to have an opinion and to say it to everyone all the time. All I'm saying is around me I see a lot of men acting less than, because they don't think they deserve an opinion.
Have an opinion. Yeah. What is that?
That is wrong. That's all I'm saying. Is is if you did have an opinion on abortion, have that opinion. Don't be ashamed of it because you're a man, because you think it's a woman's body. It's a separate body that was created by a man and a woman, both of them.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to come back again. Sorry. Put a stamp on my stamp.
Yes,
on
sir.
Your stamp.
And I'll listen.
Okay. So another scenario pops up where I'm thinking most of the Roma kids, right? Because they're the ones who are getting pregnant at 15 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my kids did get raped, right? She
Mm-hmm.
didn't have a kid from it, but she did get raped. If she had gotten pregnant from that and she came up and she said, you know, what do I do? And then later she said, you know what, I'm going to have an abortion and that's it. I'm not going to say, hey, can I tell you my opinion?
Right.
Because
that's different, though.
That's not what people hear, right? That's why I don't participate in this discussion.
Yeah.
You're
honestly,
trying to create a discussion that is cookie
divided.
cutter.
Yeah.
But there is no cookie cutter. It's so individual.
And it's the same with every damn discussion that gets on social media.
But
guns rights and I mean all this stuff. Stop making it something that's just like right or wrong, okay?
But don't
it's just so,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
if you're asking me if I'm hiding my opinion or I don't deserve one, I deserve an opinion because I have an opinion about, you know, everything in the world. And that's that. Now, am I going to share that opinion in a time of, you know, where they're not asking for it? No, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to share it when I believe God is asking me to share it.
Right.
And when I believe that, you know, this and that is going down. But I'm not going to be, you know, going around and telling people.
They're going to hold a sign saying stop abortion or that kind of
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if that doesn't, you know, push the, you know, I should be more advocating or whatever. I love babies, right? And I'm a person who's pursuing adoption. So I feel like, again, that's another thing I'm doing to help, you know, avoid that stuff. Like I'm doing my part in, you know, trying to, you know, encourage that stuff. But I'm not going to go to an abortion clinic and say, you know, this is wrong or whatever, murder.
Well, I think it's got to go back to we're all not meant to do the exact same thing. So there are women who go out and they pray in front of Planned Parenthood in Skagit, and they've done it for years. And I think it makes a big difference because we know the power of prayer makes a difference, right? They're not out there judging people. They're out there offering information of truth and have a conversation and prayer if that's what they want. But not everyone wants that. And a lot of people are angry about it, and that's fine. It doesn't, everyone has their opinion. But it comes back to, like, it isn't everyone's fight to fight, right? In the sense of standing out in front of Planned Parenthood or sharing their opinion. Some people need to share, especially if God puts it on their heart, because whose plant are they watering right now, right? But if that's not for, obviously that isn't for you, and that's okay because you work in a completely different way and God uses you in a different way. And that's what we have to remember too in all of this, because he uses us differently. So whether we have an opinion or not, and we can have an opinion or not, because we have to, and we're all human. I mean, we don't have to. Sorry.
No, but we do have opinions. Like, we're not robots.
Right.
I hate to say it.
I'm just saying, like, you know, it's just not gonna, it doesn't look the same for everyone, and that is healthy.
Right.
So.
But it is like, for us to have these conversations to especially from opposite sides, like if you can talk to someone who is like 100% for abortion, I think it is so important to have those conversations, because you have to find compromise. There's never going to be the right. I mean, obviously, if we were all following God like we should have been way back when, like, everything would be okay because we would have an ultimate source of what's right and what's wrong. But being that we are just kind of being led by man, and we have to kind of find out what's right and wrong for our society in the most mediocre way we can, we have to have these conversations, because right now you have people that are calling, because you have such differing opinions, you have to have conversations, and both sides have to compromise to the point where we can all be okay with it. Even if some people hate it on both sides, we can all be okay with it.
I think compromise is a bad word, though, because it's not compromise. It's trying to genuinely understand the other person's point of view. If you're drawing a line in the sand,
Yeah.
it's because you're wanting to win a fight. But if you're, I'll use your word compromise, but where you're trying to genuinely understand their point of view and why they're choosing that point of view, then I think you can at least get to the heart of it and maybe make that change that you're wanting to make. I mean, so you believe that holding a gun in your house is going to protect you, and the other guy doesn't. Well, the only way you're going to really understand this person is only if you can, for a moment, stop the fight and actually listen to what his concerns are. Well, as mom was killed by someone with a gun and she didn't have one, or I don't know what the story, right? But just like when you hear the story, then you're able to be more empathetic, and then you can still hold your own defense. You can still say, well, look, this is what I think, and I understand now where you're coming from, but now I can actually talk to you in a more connecting approach, and not just well, you're wrong and I'm right.
Right.
I think that's never mind.
Oh, I'm always busy, Duck.
Are you sure?
What was that?
Yeah,
What was that?
No.
I don't really deserve an opinion, so.
Shut up!
Yeah.
Addison took the words right out of my mouth.
Jeez.
No,
You guys are funny.
I just feel myself pushing in one direction, and I'm going to pull back from that. Move on.
You're good, man. You're good.
I kind of like it.
Sorry.
I do. Oh, when will that one end? That's my question.
Never.
Hopefully
All
never.
these fights. Yeah.
I hope when we go to heaven and God decides to sit us siblings down. I know we won't be siblings, but you know what I mean. And he'll be like, "But I kind of like it."
No. Here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna sit down as siblings. Amelia and Aiden are gonna be there too, and then we're gonna, you're gonna do the. But I kind of like it. What? And then they're gonna be like, "We don't get it." And God's like, "Yeah, you know what? That's kind of like, making them feel bad. It's banned. No more in heaven."
Blasphemous.
Andrew,
Sully!
Andrew, that's your dream, okay?
I know.
See, I
My guy
picture
can dream, can he?
I picture God creating a fake, shitty heaven, and we get there and we're like, "Is this it?" But then Abigail's like, "I kind of like it."
Oh my gosh.
I could see that, actually. I could definitely see that.
Oh man.
Jesus high fives God and goes, "Yep, you owe me $10."
$10.
I called it. Holy Spirit's like, guys, why didn't I get involved in this one?
You weren't around.
And whoever said I kind of like it gets to sit next to God that night.
Oh man.
Goodness. That's funny. Well, I got kids to go take care of. Eli woke up not feeling super great, so.
Oof.
I'm like, okay, crap. And I guess Megan's not feeling well either. Everyone's getting something. Shoo.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes, I'm
times.
glad there's a glad there's an ocean separating us then. We just finished the whole being sick thing, and so now it's time to not be sick. It's time time for summertime. Okay?
COVID's over. Stop getting sick.
Good.
Seriously.
Oh, BT dubs, just for your guys' own whatever, okay? But if you wanted to come to Bulgaria, all restrictions for receiving CPR testing has been lifted As of 3 days ago.
Wait, are you for real?
On
I
top
am
of
for
that,
dead real.
on top of that, no masks on any airplane.
Oh, really?
What?
I do love
Wait, is
that.
that a real thing?
Yeah, the owners of the airplane companies, they were all putting out all this information about how they had actually the cleanest air on Earth because they filtered it so much.
Oh, yeah.
Like
for
it was
sure.
less likely for you to get COVID in an airplane than just out.
Yeah. Right, just
Is
out
that
and about.
true?
Yes, it is. They have those things that the air filters that they use in hospitals that are in planes. They've had that
Oh.
for years, decades, though, because of this idea that a pandemic could easily spread in such enclosed spaces. So from, the 50s,
Well, no,
Boeing
and
was like,
and you have to
Go ahead,
think
sorry.
it's not just an enclosed space. It's an enclosed space that is literally spreading through countries.
right, yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, they thought about that way long ago. So it's just hilarious that, we
Mask
decide
up.
to listen to the news only when the CDC or SUC or whatever the
I am the
POS.
science. And if you don't wear a mask on the airplanes, you're gonna die.
So
Did you also know that old age kills?
hopefully
don't-
sooner than later,
If
huh,
you're
buddy?
80 years old and you're not wearing a mask, you're gonna die. This isn't pandemic related. You're just gonna die.
Okay, Andrew, when do you start school back up?
Well, since I am no longer working at the school,
Oh.
and
So I
that's a
can
good
come-
question.
Anytime I want?
Yes
Please.
and no.
Please tell me you're not just hanging out.
Me?
What?
Yeah. No,
Me?
like you're
No,
not working.
Hell no, man. Are you kidding me? I am panicking.
Okay.
On a regular basis.
Nope.
I am panicking.
That's all I want to
How do
know.
I-
In fact,
Yeah, thanks.
I'm going to put this out there. You call me at any point that isn't when I'm sleeping, I'll answer the phone.
Oh, that's good.
Uh,
But what about
What?
the cash that I'm not earning?
yeah,
That's
no.
really what I'm panicking about.
all
So,
I can offer is a listening ear. I'm sorry.
Yep. See, and that's just bullshit, man. That is bullshit. You tithe, right? You could tithe to me, all right? I'm doing God's work, kind of.
Actually,
Yes, I live a slightly extravagant lifestyle, but that shouldn't mean anything, okay?
no, I'm actually legitimately I want to do some charity work. Like I can't give a ton of money. Shut up!
Shit.
I can't give
No,
a ton
I'm
That's
of
sorry.
really sweet, Addison.
I know,
it is
You're
really
such a
sweet.
dick
I
right now.
no, I am because you just referred to
Sorry.
me as your charity work, but I mean it's cool.
I used the
It
wrong
just-
words.
It
I want to
hit
give
my pride
to
like
charity.
really hard. Oh man.
I
Oh,
just,
okay.
I just love
Oh,
that
God.
I just love that
I gotta
someday
go now.
I'm going to get to stand in front of a large group of people and tell the story where I offered you charity and you laughed in my face.
Charity. I laughed in
I
your
get to
face.
tell that story.
Thanks. This is gonna be great.
Winner.
Oh man. The continuation of the story is then for how long I had to live off of the charity of others, including my family.
That
So-
$15 a month really paid off.
God.
Guys are hilarious.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
okay, I'm not paying close attention, because I'm at Grammy's and there's a guy over at Megan's house talking to her and she's not feeling well. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? Who is this dude? She's constantly checking in on me. So I'm like, gotta keep
I'm
an eye
gonna
on
check
her.
in on her. Okay.
Right. So, anywho, Mama and Daddy are planning on going, or Mama is at least in August.
I know.
I don't know when she's going in August. I wasn't sure if I was going to go because I was going to help out with the youth group for summer camp, and I don't want to miss that much work in a whole month, but maybe I should just get it done in a month. And then, that. But what would you prefer, Andrew?
Oh, whatever. I don't mind anything. I will say this though. After August, just
You would
like
prefer
normally.
after August?
No, I'm just
Okay.
saying this. I'm sorry. I'm trying to word it in a way that doesn't make me sound like a total jerk.
Good luck.
Normally, if you guys came, yeah, thanks, Abigail. You know what? Forget it. Fuck you. Don't come over at all. All right, you stay there. All right, you stay in that.
It was
That
so
place.
funny to her. She barely got the good luck out.
Yeah, right.
Sorry.
Jeez.
Please try again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's morning for us. I'm sorry, Andrew.
it's okay. I'm getting.
Why are you sorry?
Because it's morning for us. It's evening for him. I'm pretty sure he's more fed up with the day than we are.
Oh yeah, that's true. Tell me how today's gonna go, Andrew.
Well, don't drive, okay?
Can you give me some
everyone
stock
is.
picks?
Don't buy Bitcoin until the end of the day.
Wait, the end of your day or mine? Ah, shit!
Too late. Too late.
I told you.
Oops.
Uh,
Yeah.
Okay, what were you saying? I'm sorry. You don't want me to come after August.
No, I wasn't saying that. I was saying that if you come in August, even though I'm going to be worried about money for the next year to 10 years.
Okay.
So, you can come whenever you want, but if you come and then, like, if you come in September, then there might be a week where I have no work at all, which would be good news for hanging out with you. But then if all of a sudden I needed to sub or tutor or, do anything that would help me make money, then I'm going to do that.
So August would be better.
August would be better only because most people are gone during August. But I was telling Mama too that if you guys show up in August and some people are on vacation and they want their kid to be online tutored, I'm going to online tutor them. And so, I'm really sorry, but I'm just really.
We can still go places though. Like, I mean, we could go to the Black Sea or wherever you like, and you can still tutor from there, right?
Oh yeah, totally. Actually, I had an idea of starting a tutoring business on the beach of the Black Sea, which would be totally awesome. Oh my gosh, if that actually works.
What's the age limit?
What?
Asking for a friend. What's the age limit?
What's the age limit? I tutor up to 12, 13. That's about it. So
12, 13 decades?
12, 13 decades. If you need tutoring on how to relax, I actually teach all ages.
All right.
All ages, right there.
If it's on the Black Sea, I'm in.
It's on the Black Sea. Oh my gosh, seriously. I really hope that at some point all of you guys as siblings come together because
yeah, seriously.
Yeah, last time was it Addison and was it just you and Alakai or just you and Mom and Daddy?
Yeah.
Alakai didn't come with you.
Uh-uh.
Alakai came with you, Abigail?
Yeah.
I really fucked that one up, huh?
I can never remember because I knew all of you have made it here at least once, and I think Abigail did twice.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. So then, it would be really cool if all of you came because I feel like you'd have a lot of fun.
You mean all the siblings?
All the siblings, yeah. I think we would have a lot of fun.
Somehow
together.
someone needs to talk to Alakai because Alakai is planning on going back to school in August or something.
Okay.
And we're just not important to him right now.
Oh no, Alakai is definitely pulling a card from your handbook, Andrew. Total abandonment.
No. Yeah, I
That's true.
I'm hearing it, but also the thing that will help you guys out a little bit is we talk a lot of bluster, so there's a chance that nothing will happen for
Boy,
10
I
to
am the
15
poster
years, so.
child for that, huh?
Wait, what are you
Actually,
talking?
yeah. I think
Wait,
that's
what are you talking
Ah,
true of
about?
our
I'm gonna
entire
do
family.
I'm gonna do this tomorrow. You know what? Never mind.
Never mind.
That's my
I'm
motto.
tired. My back. Just I'll do it another day. Postpone it again.
Yeah, but my friends are never online, so I had no choice.
No choice. Holy shit. That is amazing.
Oh, it hurt. It hurt how smooth that slipped out my mouth. I didn't even mean to say it.
Here's mine, which is look, I just haven't had a day for myself in a really long time. What's a really long time? Well, 5 days ago. Like, that was really long.
Last Sunday.
Last Sunday. It was just, I need I just need a break, okay?
Dude, I've been at work every day this week.
Jeez.
I just can't.
Can't,
It's,
Oh my god.
It's only an hour. That's so long. Do you have like a 10-minute option?
Oh, man. Seriously.
Do you have a 10-minute option?
But that has to include the drive, okay? That has to.
Oh, seriously.
Oh shoot! I was today. It's Saturday, so it's the day that I usually go to Starbucks and I write, or in this case, I've actually been researching my competition schools and figuring out what they're doing wrong so that I can beat them at it. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing, and but then Soyanka was helping a friend house sit, and literally this friend lives like 45 minutes outside of the city. So for an hour and a half, I was driving out to get her and driving back because she had finished house sitting. And at the end of that drive, I was like, well, I got to go home. I can't do Starbucks because, I'm exhausted.
I've been out all day.
I've been out all day. It was 10:45 when we rolled back into Sophia. But yeah, that was literally what I was thinking of. Like, I need to go home and rest and whatever. And then I was angry at myself for thinking that, because it's like, you always do this. And if you're going to start a company, you can't sit there and go, well, my poor, thing. So I'm pissed off at myself, but I can tell in my mind that I've already made my decision. And so I'm just pissed off that I've made this decision. And because I was so distracted, I missed my exit to get to my house.
Oh, that's an
And I was
extra
like,
7 minutes.
Right? No, because going straight takes me right to the mall where I would do my work. And so I'm like, yes, I totally screwed myself so that I have to do this thing. I was so excited. I don't know why. I could have just decided, but
that's genius.
No, I had to, right?
So
I need an automated car that will get me to work on time. Basically, it's like, no, you're actually spending time at home. Oh, surprise, you're at work. It's 8 o'clock.
Yeah, right. Gotcha.
And you get a window open. You guys are in the closed room.
He's sick.
Eli, you're sick.
Yeah.
He's dope as hell.
Dope. Show me. Excuse me, though.
Let me just back up a little bit so you can see. What's a mushroom?
I was
that's
listening
cute.
to
I like
a podcast the other day, and they were talking about. He was talking about how when people, these hardworking people he knows, they get home at 10:45 and then they're in bed by 10:50, like sleeping,
Right.
What?
working up until then.
Yeah.
And then he's like, am I weird? Because I need to watch some TV before I go to bed. It's like, no. The other night, I stayed up 2 hours past my bedtime, and I still watched 45 minutes of TV before I went to bed because I was talking with my friends that whole time. I can't just pass out.
I
No,
get that.
and I'm sorry, no, I don't get that, but I do get the whole that I need to wind down. So I gotta, like, even after this conversation, even sitting in front of the computer and all these, I still need to finish talking with you guys. Then I need to turn on my calm down music. I need to do my, some busy work, like clean a dish or take out the
Wow.
something that says I've done something other than whatever I was doing. And then, only then can I go to my bed and slowly wind down for the evening. But there is no, oh, I'm done talking with you guys. I guess I'm going to sleep then. That's
Right.
another 45 minutes at least.
See,
So,
that's how different we are. Like,
yeah.
I need 45 minutes of sedentary, no thought process, just feed me information. If I get
Okay.
up and I wash a dish, resets the 45 minutes.
That's awesome.
I can't do it. I gotta shut my mind down.
Yeah.
All these
You
thoughts.
guys.
Oh, who I hate and who I love. All these people talking in my head. Oh, we're having an argument now. Where did that come from?
Oh my word. Hey,
Oh,
I have to
man.
go. Meg wants me to call her, so I gotta make sure everything's okay.
Okay.
So I love you both. I seriously I've had such a nice time. At first, when I got on my computer, when I joined the phone call, I was like getting onto Board Game Arena,
Oh.
and then I was like, wait, I can just visit and talk with them while I buy a plane ticket. I gotta do all this stuff. It's fine. So anyway,
You are hilarious.
it was just really nice to be able to visit and not have to play a game or whatever. It was just, anyways, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, our rule normally is that we have to play games in order to communicate, but this is the one exception, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Clearly, all I do is focus on the
Noted.
game when we play.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I love you. Hope you have a good night, Andrew. And Addison, I'll probably see you later today.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Maybe. I don't know. I'm laying low.
Thank you,
Okay.
Abigail. And will you please, as you're making decisions for this summer,
Yeah.
and also talking to Mom and Daddy and anyone else that's coming about the summer, just sooner is better. I know that kind of is a sucky thing in a.
It's more
who knows
expensive.
No, it's not really. I'm just saying it's more like now with this possibility of pandemics and stuff like that, people are not so quick to book something 6 months in advance, right?
Right.
But still, it would help me a lot if I had a better idea of when to expect you guys. And then also, like when people are saying, oh, what do you think Andrew wants for his birthday? Cash is really great. So.
Okay.
That's
Thank
good
you
to know.
for letting me know.
That's good to know.
Just whatever.
Dude, cash is so easy.
Everyone.
Oh,
It is. You just
Guys.
throw it in an envelope. And right now, because of the whole Fed and everything that they're doing, your guys' economy is doing better than Europe's, which means the dollar is worth a lot right
it's
now.
not real.
I know it's not.
Not.
It's going to crash, but I'll take your dollars while I have a chance and turn it into massive amounts of lev. So
You know
that
what?
when the dollar crashes,
That's what we should do. We
rich.
should take. I mean, we probably have $12,000 between the four of us. Just take it all,
Right.
give it to you, turn it into
I'll
lev.
turn it into lev, and then when the whole market crashes over there, then you guys can come back and get like massive amounts of dollars. So.
We'll hop on an oil rig heading in your direction. We'll be there in 6 months.
It'll be fine.
That sounds awful.
It sounds terrible.
And oh brother, without there, and oh brother, where art thou? It looked like they were having fun, and an oil rig's just like a water's version of what
I was
they were
gonna
doing.
say
So,
it'll be an adventure at the very least.
at the very least. That's true.
I am the man of constant sorrow.
Oh, I hope you guys start a record.
Trouble. I don't think I can be part of that group.
Goodness.
I won't be very good at it.
You can be the accompanist, the guy who plays the guitar.
The guy who plays the guitar. Jeez. Oh my goodness.
Oh my
man.
word. Okay, well, I love you. It's always nice to chat and catch up. So hopefully we'll talk soon. So. Okay.
Sounds good.
Bye, you guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Well, things are going great.
Better?
I don't know. I got the pub unlocked, and that was an hour and 20 minutes ago.
Okay. Oh, I see that. Did you... I'm seeing you got potato farms actually.
I finally figured that out.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That was fun. That was your
20 minutes
warehouses
ago.
are up and running. Oh my gosh. Like, look at this. My shares are actually going up in price. This is great.
And I only have one destroyed. Oh, you know what? It's not connected to a road. That's why.
I was noticing that, yeah. But I thought, okay, maybe he likes it that way. You know, I don't know.
Every time I rebuilt it, they were like, "This is a very unhappy family."
Yeah. Jeez. What's wrong with these people?
Holy shit. It's a free house, basically.
Yeah. Oh, man. Do you have clothes? Yeah, you have everything, right?
Did the clothes. I figured out the sheep farms about a half hour before I figured out the potato farms. I don't know why it didn't connect. I actually, I just sat here and I thought they were going to plant them like in Kingdoms.
Oh, gotcha.
And I was waiting for the trees to get knocked down and the land to get cultivated.
Gotcha. Because, yeah, we talked about it, and then we had moved on to a different discussion, and I was looking, and I thought, man, didn't understand, or I don't know. Like, I don't know how further to explain this.
I'll explain it again, although it feels condescending at this point. Hey,
Yeah,
buddy, do you know what potato farm is?
Yeah, it's so look, the little wipes. Okay, you know what? Never mind. Let's play something else.
Just leave him to his own. Do you want to play Uno?
Or Go Fish. Let's not get too complicated. Let's keep it simple.
Just anything that's one decision at a time.
Oh, jeez. Man. Oh, I was going to say something. Oh, I don't know how much you liked Planet Crafter, but I'm assuming you liked it for the same reasons that I liked it, which is the whole turning a bare bones planet into a, flourishing. Yeah. Okay. So I promise I won't keep suggesting things to you, but there's this game.
I think I've already
it's
seen
called,
it.
Have you?
It just, tell
Terra
me.
Nil?
Terra what?
Terra Nil?
No.
It's demo right now. I don't think it's available. Like the full game, I don't think is available, but maybe I'm wrong. Let me just see, because I did download the.
Is it on Steam or is it like an itch.io?
No, it's on Steam. Terra, Terra, and then Nil, Nil. Just
Terra Nil.
Yep, it is not available to buy. It's just available for the demo. But I just watched this guy playing it, and it's from the point of view from where we are now in this Anno game, and it's kind of puzzle-like because you got to build windmills to power your water generators to create water and stuff, and you go from this very dry dust ball of a map to this beautiful, gorgeous, luscious place. And like some of the stuff, I was watching some of it, but then I got distracted because I was doing whatever. But like sometimes you got to burn down the forest to enrich the soil so that you can grow even better things. And I mean, it was just, it was beautiful. And since it's a free download, then I thought I'd suggest it at least for now. But,
I was supposed to take today off, Andrew. Thanks.
Sorry. Sorry.
Let me just download the next 8 hours of my life.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, maybe it's not 8. Maybe it's more like 7.5. Okay, it's fine. Oh, jeez.
Okay, in Planet
That one
Crafters,
looks-
did you know that you can craft one of those rockets right after you launch one of those rockets? And they both have physics.
Yeah. They both have what?
Physics. They collide with each other.
Oh, they'll hit each other?
Yeah.
Oh,
A
dang.
little bit of glitchy
Did not know
glitch
that.
goes on. I did it, and you know how they just go up, right? I did it,
Right, yeah.
and this thing was going just like horizontal.
Shoot. Oh my gosh. No. I never
If you ever
did that before.
want just to laugh, it doesn't change anything. It still like rains down stuff, but it's pretty funny.
Okay, cool. That is awesome. Oh man. Wow. Love it. Oh jeez. Okay, what's wrong with this? Oh. So I had to build a second island because apparently you can't grow hops just anywhere you want. So
What?
yeah,
Oh, hops or
So-
potatoes?
hops for beer.
Right. It has to be close to the tater farms.
The hops have to be close to an island that can actually that has the fertility of it.
Oh,
something like
not
that.
schnapps. It's different than schnapps.
No, not schnapps. Yeah. No, this is hops.
I don't. You're saying words I don't understand.
I got you. It's because once you upgrade from the farm, do you have like all the needs met for a house?
I don't know. Yes, I do. Oh wait,
Do you see that?
the market. Do I actually have to put markets all over these homesteads?
Yes, they gotta be close
Jeez.
by. You only need to I would put one in that corner where you're turning around, like it's
Oop.
turning to the. Or you could put it there.
Oh, you meant that other corner. there's
You can click and drag it.
only
You
two
can
corners
click and
here.
hold it down and. Okay, or you could go a bunch of them, or you could do that. Anyway,
I
so
am
that's
God.
great.
Sorry,
And all of its people are like, "What the hell's happening?"
I was trying to get milk.
Marketplace is going up.
There's a new Walmart in this part of town. Just kidding, it's in this part of town.
Oh, jeez. Okay, now do you have the needs met of like choose a house and is everything met?
Wow.
Do you have
still,
a button in the middle that lets you upgrade, basically?
in the middle of the marketplace or the home?
Middle, like when you click the
Oh.
home,
Yeah, some of them I can
you
upgrade.
see. Okay, if you start to upgrade, you'll move on to the next.
Industrial
level.
age.
That's right. And now you got workers who paid better taxes than your other dudes did.
This I'm torn
Honest work.
'cause I
That's all we ask.
I am told that taxes are theft. I can't take those
it's
people
true.
seriously. I think at a certain
It's-
point they're taking too much
Uh,
taxes. But
Oh,
also,
yeah.
who's building the roads? Are you building the roads? No, you're not.
Because if you were, then yeah, totally.
Totally, I'd be on board. No taxes.
They are totally. Yeah.
We
It
could
is
prob-
really tough too because
Is our future.
you want a bellyache, that's fine, but then how many countries have like
The rattle of the workers.
40% plus taxes, and ours is as low as it is. Like
Seriously.
I don't know. I get the whole mentality behind it, but again, you're benefiting taxes and not.
I find it hard for anyone. Again, you have your opinions. You state them loud and proud, but you're living in I'm living in a country that is based around living as comfortably as you can.
Yeah.
You have nothing to whine
That's
about.
true.
The only thing you should be whining about is the things that are going to screw up your comfortable living in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's kind of true. Oh, man. Evil power. I think I should do bread.
Do I have to decorate? Is that a must?
No. If you do decorate, that's later in the game. I'm gonna say no for now.
I feel it reflects the times.
Yeah, but look at these trees I can plant.
Yeah. So later in the game, you can actually invite visitors to come to your island, and the prettier your island is, then the more they're going to be willing to come and pay
Gotcha.
money to hang out at your place. Yeah.
That makes sense. I've been to the
Pretty
Space
much,
Needle
yep.
once, but every single tourist that comes here, they've been there.
Oh yeah, they have. The only reason I've been there more than once is because I was bringing tourists there.
Do you think there's people that go to the Space Needle weekly?
No, I mean other than people showing off the Space Needle.
No, but like not even one person. You know how like once a week you go and I don't know, you buy a special cup of coffee or you watch a movie or whatever. You have that. Everybody has their once a week thing.
I don't know, because I feel like, I mean, every time I've gone, everything around the Space Needle is so overpriced. So I feel like if there is that person, then I don't know. Maybe there's got to be one person maybe in the world that does that.
Some wealthy YouTuber whose videos start out with like, "What's up, guys? I'm here, back on the top of the Space Needle.
Just hanging out here, having my cup of Joe.
We're gonna be talking to some of the people that decided to come up here."
Jeez, oh my gosh. I don't want to meet this person.
So I feel like that's the same person that goes up on top of the Empire State Building so they can buy a model of the Empire State Building.
Right, exactly.
I don't understand you.
Yep. You are a strange individual. You know that, right? I mean, you have to know that, right?
What's your end game? I was there! I was right there!
Did you take any pictures, buddy? I mean, anything? No, I bought this thing.
There was glass around it. It had glass. It's not on the model here, but there was. I saw it.
I saw it. Jeez. Oh my gosh. I can't even. Oh man. You gotta love people like that.
I mean, I wish. Part of me wishes I was just like I don't know what their day to day is. Maybe they have more frustration than I do. But I feel like people that are in that place are so like zen that it's like, you know, life sucks, but I got a model of the Empire State Building, so.
I don't know, because I was okay. So you know, I go to Starbucks every week, every weekend. Sorry, and I understand that Starbucks is very expensive for people over here, but it's, you know, for me, I'm not going to Starbucks to show off wealth or to do anything other than to.
Right. It's a treat.
You know, it's a treat that I enjoy once a week, and it's a Seattle thing where you bring your computer, you write, you do stuff. You know, it's just something that I always did in you know, when I was living back over there, and I loved it, and that's the only thing I miss, you know, and so that's why I do it. So anyway, I also put in headphones, and my Bose headphones, the earbuds, and they're noise canceling, right? And the idea behind them is that I put them in so that nobody tries to approach me. Like they see that
Right.
I've got earbuds in, they look, big, so then I can't hear anything, and I pretend not to listen. But you can actually double tap it and change, from being aware, so you can actually hear everything around you,
I love
to
that.
being super quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I always keep it unaware because it's hear what people are saying around me, because I think that they're interesting, and oftentimes, because they hear me speaking in English, they think I don't understand any Bulgarian, and they talk about me. And it's awesome. I love it. I love understanding what they think that I'm not understanding.
It's literally my favorite gimmick in TV shows.
Oh, man,
You walk
it's
up as the dumb
beautiful.
American, and then you're like, no, actually, I speak what you speak.
Yep. By the way, I mean, it is. Yeah. So, John Wick. I'm sorry. I just was thinking of John Wick.
Okay.
When
Yeah.
not this bitch. Anyway, so, I was telling you the story, right? So I was this morning. I was, at Starbucks. I was doing my thing, and some of my students showed up, and they were talking about me, and they were like, "Should we go up and talk to him?" Well, he's working on his story, and we want to, hear the rest of the story. And they're contemplating whether they should come up or not. And then this boy who cracks me up because, he's all about cool. He does not care about. Maybe he does care, but if he does, he's never shown me it. But like when we do work at, schoolwork or anything like that, unless it looks cool, he doesn't seem to care about anything.
All right.
Like he won't even play soccer, and that's saying something in this country, unless he looks cool. So if he doesn't get to wear his tank top, then he's not going to play soccer. So
Yeah.
So anyway, he was saying to his friend, he's like, "Man, Mr. Faber looks so cool." And the point of that story is to say that this kid seems to think that drinking coffee is zen and cool and whatever. And yet I've got all the stresses that you could possibly think of. Although in that moment, it definitely is more relaxing. So I'm guessing everyone's got their own stresses.
Yeah.
They just have moments where they look zen or feel zen or whatever. Those particular moments, and either they're super forced or they have, moments, and that's it.
For sure.
And then they're gone.
If you could capture my face the second that I get in my car at the end of the day of work, you would see utter peace.
Right. Yeah.
This man is always happy.
Yeah, but exactly.
You take that same face 15 minutes earlier, someone comes in asking for 22 pieces of 2x10. The fuck is wrong with you?
That piece is harder to spot.
Buried a little deep underneath frustration, anger.
A little bit. Whatever. It's cool.
Oh.
We all have fun. Anyway, yeah. No, I imagine. I don't know. This was the reason I stopped doing any of this social media stuff, because everyone that I watch, it's like they always put these perfect, captures of something. And, at first you're like, oh, shoot, I must be doing something wrong with my life. And then, after about 5 seconds, you're like, no, they're capturing the very best moment of their life right now. So I kind of feel bad for them, actually. I'm sorry. Every time I look onto Facebook to mostly just to catch a couple pictures of like Sid and Ryan and the kids and the other ones, David and Meg. I just try and see if there's pictures of the kids, and that's it, right? Otherwise, I don't really. But undoubtedly, as I'm scrolling, I hit Micah, and I'm telling you, this dude has a kid. He has a kid and a wife. Do you want to know what pictures I see of posted 90% of the time, 95% of the time?
I don't think I do, because it's probably with a selfie stick.
Yep. And it's a Tesla. Him and his Tesla. That's what that is.
And
I'm like...
And the saddest part is I've never cared about cars. I want a Tesla almost more than anything in the world. But hearing that, it means nothing. The Tesla means fucking nothing to me.
Exactly. Okay, I want a Tesla too. I think that would be great. The whole electric, thing and all that stuff. But
he programmed tricks into it. Sorry. It can dance. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's good. I like that stuff, right?
Yeah, but
there is no way in hell you'll ever see me take a selfie of me in my car.
No.
I don't care what point in life I'm at.
If I ever made a video and my car was included in it, then it's a video of me teaching my son how to drive.
Oh, yeah, sure, exactly, right? But even then, I'm like, for me, I just like being in the moment way more than I like any of that stuff. So it would be my wife taking a picture of me driving the boy around, because there's no way I'm going to be thinking in that moment, you know what? I really want to take a picture of this.
This will look good on the gram.
Yeah, right. On the gram. Holy shit. I cannot even believe that. Oh,
I like posting stuff too. I like making YouTube videos. But there's, I don't know, maybe for the world the line is different, but there's a clear line for my videos, and that is leave my family out of it. Like you guys are more than welcome to chat with me while we're doing a live stream, but I'm not going to use you to get views.
Right, exactly. Jeez.
I don't know. That's crazy to me.
Yeah. No, and I don't know. I feel bad because I'm thinking to myself, where your Tesla is the most important thing to you, or the thing that you're taking pictures of most, like, is everything okay between you and the wife? I mean, is being a parent all that it's cracked up to be? Because I'm thinking that there's something going down. This is just my guess, but before it used to be like, oh shoot, something's wrong with my life if I'm not posting stuff like that. Now it's more like, oh.
Well, and what I realized was that I have, 90 friends on Facebook. Not many, but between the 90 of them, there was someone at some point doing something really fun all the time, and that's all I saw. So
right.
My life sucks because I only do stuff 1/90th of the time that they do.
Yeah, right.
That's normal, man.
If you do the statistics, it's just gonna turn out that way. It's okay. It's okay.
You're gonna be all right. You only need that. You only need it twice a year. You're gonna be okay.
Right. Just like the rest of them.
Everybody
once or
else.
Twice a year. Jeez. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. You gotta love it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. There's one girl I used to work with, and it's like, I don't know what she does for a living, but what she's doing right now is, for the last week, she's been something snow, hiking, or surviving, or maybe even hunting for people. I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
She's up there in the snow, and every single day she's smiling and just wet, and it looks terrible, but everyone's happy for some reason.
That's a lie. That's all a lie.
It has to be, because I thought I was happy getting to get Saturdays and Sundays off on the weekends, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's all. That I call bullshit on that one.
Thank you. I need this echo chamber. Yes. You're full of shit.
Jeez.
I knew it.
I got friend, this guy who's trying to get over there and work for Daddy, and he is an outdoor nut. And I mean, okay, I don't know if this is the reason why, or if he's one of those guys that has sort of a perma stench on him.
Okay.
So I mean, it's kind of like Daddy, right? I mean, you'll never get.
Yeah. It's not necessarily wood. It's not necessarily BO. Yeah. It's a unique.
Just a unique musk or whatever, and
yeah.
I feel like a lot of it has to do with just being outside most of the time. And so, and he is this guy that will work 8 hours, and then when he's done, he'll drive an hour into the village to help his dad work underneath the house, pulling muck out or whatever in the middle of a downpour, and then he'll drive back, and on the way back, because he loves his country, he'll stop when he sees somebody dropped trash on the road and pick it up, because he doesn't
catch my breath.
Okay, yeah. And he doesn't complain about anything, right?
Oh,
and
fuck him.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm telling you, I don't invite him over on the weekdays anymore, because I'll be like, I had a really hard day. I had to go home early. Like, I had a 7-hour day.
Like every normal person, you just want to get the shit off your chest, and he's like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah. No, he doesn't even scold me or anything, right? He's like, wow, that really sucks. Yeah, that's a good call. And then, casually, not even right after,
he's not even trying to shit all over you.
He's not even trying. And it's just after the whole thing is done and he goes home, I'm like, holy shit. I can't, I'm so angry right now because, oh my. Anyway.
You want to know the number one reason I am trying so hard to go to work every single day? Cut
so
this I'm calling in today shit out.
Yeah.
It's because almost every single girl I've dated, I've told them I hate work, but I work 6.5 hours a day, and they look at me like, oh wow. Taylor, one of the first girls I ever dated, when I told that to her, she's like, wow, you make me feel like a workaholic.
Oh shit. Damn it. Thanks, Taylor. Thanks.
Well,
just the pick me up I needed.
I was a fire under my ass, but it didn't push me in the right direction, apparently.
Right. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't even.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah. So.
I mean, thank God those people exist, because we would be in the shitter if they didn't. But
honestly, I mean, come on. Just
look.
Yeah.
They made the book, the game, for guys so they could talk to girls and get women to like them. They should make a book for men that are workaholics so they can just pretend to be a normie and then hang out with the rest of us without making us all feel bad.
Right?
Yeah, dude, I also like sleeping 8 hours a day.
Right. I mean, or at least, be able to teach them how to share that motivation.
Yes.
Why the hell? What motivates you when you have worked 12 hours? You are drenching wet. You smell yourself. And then you see somebody else's shit on the side of the road, and you think to yourself, that's my job. I got to get that taken care of. Where is that motivation? Because honestly, at that point, I'm thinking, I am driving home as fast as I can. If a policeman is on my tail, he can follow me home because I'm going to take a shower before I'm arrested.
Yeah, you can write the ticket as I go in and take my shoes off.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. The saddest part is he'll do that. He'll pick that shit up with a nice big smile on his face.
Oh, he will. He will too. And I don't understand, man.
What is it? Do they eat
I don't
different?
Understand.
No, because I see that guy eating McDonald's too.
Yep, exactly. I mean, he doesn't eat McDonald's, but he eats the same. We both bounce ideas off of what could be healthy, and that's about it, right?
Yeah, he's not on a kale-only diet.
Yeah, exactly. So, Yeah. I don't know what it is, man, but it's so frustrating. It is so frustrating.
Honestly, I just I I I want it, but at the same time, damn, I love my free time.
I know. And I mean, and I want both. I want to be
I want to turn
like
it
a
on and
kind
off.
person. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to feel like I should stop and help make this country at least beautiful. Like I feel like I should feel that sometimes,
Right.
but not all the time.
See, okay,
Oh
so I
man.
have a theory because there have been moments in my life when I've been on outreach, when I've been in small groups. There have been moments where I literally take control and I lead.
Okay.
I know you don't see it very often, but it
No. Yeah. Yeah.
and it doesn't
It
happen
happens.
naturally. It
Yeah.
does. When it happens naturally, but it almost never happens. Anyway,
Gotcha. Okay.
um, what I think is that we all kind of have this like level where we're just okay with stuff.
Huh?
And I think I have this really high level of just like, yeah, whatever. I don't really care.
Okay.
But for some people, like Arlen, and I think you're on the lower end too, where it's like it's not necessarily like you want to do it. You're not necessarily happy doing it. You will do it happily, but it's up to you. Period. There is nobody else. You don't have a choice. This is your job now. You have to wake up at 7 in the morning and mow the lawn, and then go to work and start a retirement community and invest in homes, and it's not up to everybody else. It's up to you, and it's not
Yeah.
like you want to do it. You just have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know.
It depends though on stuff. Like I mean, for sure. Like the school building thing. Like I don't. Was it you that I was talking about where we were talking about ambition and stuff like that? And I totally like I'm not doing a school building project because I feel ambitious and I want to make millions of dollars and the Faber name will go down in history. I'm
Right.
doing it because I feel like there's something wrong. I mean, I feel like first of all, it's a God divine thing. So I don't, I think it's something where God's kind of like pushing it definitely. But then the other part is, you got all these kids that are out there in the world that need help, and I can help them one at a time or one class at a time. But it's going to be a lot easier to help them by enabling others to help them.
Right.
And so, if I'm going to leave a legacy behind, then I'll leave that behind. But that's it. Like my ambition is to lay on the beach of the Black Sea for the rest of my life and just relax. Maybe there's a hot wife next to me. Maybe not. She could just be a hot girlfriend.
Yeah, but
She doesn't even have to be a girlfriend.
But
So.
it's more than that because I actually have that same ambition. All I want to do is sit on the beach of the Black Sea and watch the tide back and forth and just relax. But
Amazing.
the way you go about it is you're like, all right, I'm going to get to that beach if I change the world through education. That's it. And I'm like, maybe if I can make enough money driving this forklift.
Okay, but the way you describe it makes it sound, yeah, okay, whatever. But honestly, it's not, I'm going to change the world. It's more like, all right, look, I could live on the beach by, opening a little shop, maybe, renting out a little house or something like that. And, I could make money and I could do what I need to do and live on the beach. It's Bulgaria. It's not very expensive
Right.
living on the beaches of Bulgaria. So I'm doing this out of a fiduciary necessity that I've felt like there's I don't want to say I know it's self-imposed, but it doesn't feel like it's self-imposed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
It's a responsibility you have.
Yeah, it was like when I went to college. I didn't go to college thinking, I'd like to go to college because I want to be ambitious, and Arlen's kind of got a cool thing going on,
Right.
so I think I'll just do that. I went to college because I thought I don't have another option. Like, I have to go to college. That's just it. There's
Right.
no option not to go.
It's like when I led these small groups or these outreaches, I don't want to lead. I don't aspire to be a leader. I don't go for that, but I had to. I just did it.
Yeah. And that's it. That's what these are. I mean, that's what this is too. Then it's like
Okay.
it's something I have to do, and the moment that whole system gets automated with the philosophy that I have, then that's great. I will leave. I don't even have to leave a millionaire. I will leave it to
Right.
like when I was going through these different schools, I almost found a school that had my vision. And there's like 30,000 schools, or 13,000 actually. Sorry, 13,000 of these schools around the world that they've already built.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, this is so great. And
like
for
a
a
jump
moment,
start.
well, yeah, exactly. Like, I could just be part of these schools. They actually have a link where you can just click own your own school, and then you can start a Maple Bear school for them.
The devil just handed that to you on a platter.
Oh man, it was.
This is what you want, isn't it?
Well, and then until you read a little bit more about what they do, and then it's like, crap, you can't really use that. So then it's like, but that's it. I feel like a person who's more ambitious would be, how am I going to make money from this? How am I going to, make sure that everyone knows how awesome I am and stuff like that. Maybe not. Maybe ambitious people are just.
Well, I think that's the difference between, because you have those people in the world. Like, honestly, if you put me in charge of a multi-million-dollar organization, I could probably handle it. I could probably figure out, who to tell to do what, and take my paycheck, and it would just be a shitty company because I have no ambition. I have no feeling of responsibility to that company. But if you build this school and you get to that point where you're in charge of this quote organization, you're the quote CEO, like you wouldn't be looking at it as a paycheck. It would be your baby, your creation, and you just deal with it different. Like, so I think but having that ambition to create it, or even if you took something else over, you would still have that innate ambition to run it properly. And some people get lucky, and then they're the CEO, and some people actually work for it, and that's why they're the CEO.
Right. Yeah.
It's a really long way around to make a simple point.
Yeah, but it's fine. Sometimes you need it. I don't know. It's only 11 o'clock, but I already feel like it's 1 a.m. Like, my brain is starting to melt, and I don't know.
That's okay. Your brain is melting, and my stomach is rumbling because it's lunchtime.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Stomach's rumbling too.
Oh,
what can I eat at 11 o'clock at night? Nope, nothing. I'm not going to eat anything.
That's weird, isn't it? It's like your gut is supposed to kind of like inform you of important stuff. Some people even think, I heard this story of this Navy SEAL who he was in the middle of combat. He felt a hand on his shoulder and a voice say, "Hold back," and he did, and a bullet whizzed right past his ear. Would have taken his head off. Whizzed right past his ear. He turned around, nobody was there. And
nobody was there,
He attributes it to his gut biome, to having a healthy gut biome.
Yeah.
So maybe it was God. I think it was God. But if it was his gut, like, your gut's supposed to tell you all the most important things, but 11 o'clock at night, it's still like, How about some chips? A little bit of ice cream.
Just ice cream's been sitting there. You earned it.
Sure would taste
Jerk.
good. Wouldn't make me happy later, but...
Come on, you'll like it. It's fine.
Oh, gosh.
Can't even stand it. Whatever. It's fine.
Make up your mind, stomach. What do you want?
What do you want? To be smaller or... Jeez. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. I've actually been theorizing, which it's very difficult to prove this theory. But one of my theories I was thinking of, because you look at the way Grandma died, Grandpa died, and stuff like that, and stories about people who died and things that they said before they did. And part of me wonders if part of dying is you letting go, like saying, you know, I don't have, I mean, not I don't have anything left to live for, but sort of like I'm okay with letting go,
like giving
kind of
in
thing.
to death.
Giving into it, yeah, because I mean, we think of death as scary because, you know, right now we're not close to it or anything. I mean, and I guess people who are close to it are still scared, but still, you know, I wonder if there's that moment where you're, you know, like exhausted with all the crap in life, and death for a moment doesn't look scary or dangerous. It looks peaceful and inviting because, you know, I'm only in my 30s and I'm already like, I am so ready to just chill out on the, you know, Black Sea. And if somehow death suddenly looks like the Black Sea, then, you know, that might be something that becomes more appealing then to you know, people. So I just wonder, because I feel like Grandma, you know, she was around for only 6 months, right? She was around for only 6 months before she died after cancer.
Yeah,
and
not long.
And Grandpa was 2 years. And
I
yeah,
don't remember
it's just
Grandpa as well.
Grandpa I remember because I was actually, one of the kids was she was wanting a sad story. And so I was just remembering the day Grandpa died.
Oh shit.
Because I never
heavy.
knew. Well, yeah. Okay, her dad died in a car accident last year, and so she's a pretty mature, let's say mature child, but
she's been through some shit.
She's been through some shit. So anyway, so yeah, I remember Grandpa dying because I remember in the morning, Mama was saying that I had a choice to make. I could go visit Grandpa or I could go play with Chase and Brandon. And I was like, I want to play with Chase and Brandon. And I remember Chase wanting to go see Grandpa, but I had convinced him that, you know, it'll be fine. We'll hang out with him tomorrow or whatever.
Right.
And then while we were out playing, that's when we heard that he died. And it was just sort of like this, like that was the first time, I don't know about Chase, but that was definitely the first time I experienced death because I didn't understand that finality until Grandpa. But anyway, the whole point of that was to say, I just wonder because I feel like there are these people like Aunt Audrey. Like, how old was she when she passed away?
I don't.
Like
I have
90s, and great grandma too. Like they were up there, right?
Yeah.
And when you look at the statistics of things that are likely to cause you to die, they're like, I was surprised at how low food was on the list. I think it's like 5%. And so it's curious to me. And then like things like anxiety is high. So then I'm wondering, all right, if you're a highly anxious person, of course you could say, well, the high anxiety causes our hormones to hit you and stuff like that. But could it also not be something where it's like your anxiety is high, which means you're stressed out constantly, which means a peaceful getaway. I mean, as a Christian, I guess we can casually say that, right? You know, as a getaway option, you know, if I reach a moment where like there's a soft voice saying, you know, there's this moment where you might just die, and I immediately snap up and go, yeah, I'm down with that. Like, I'm on the next train. Then I mean, that would be more likely that a highly anxious person would say that than say somebody who's constantly at peace anyway, and so would be like, you know what, I think I have more stuff to do down here on Earth. You know, I'm just wondering. Don't know.
It's interesting because I went through a time in my life where, you probably remember, I was pretty depressed and angry.
Right. Yeah.
And I remember making ultimatums in my head. You know, like you hit this age, it's done. Like, if you don't have this by then, you're done. Just end it all. Then you hit that age, and you're like, maybe not.
Maybe not. I'll stick around a little longer. All right, just.
And it's not even like that. It's like, wow, I was stupid. Like, I understand where I was then, and I don't have what I wanted then, but I definitely want to keep going. I definitely want to keep trying.
Right.
My mind is in a completely different place. I've totally flipped my my thought processes. I still have some anger issues, but for the most part, like, I wake up happy, I go to bed happy, or at least not mad and depressed.
Angry. Right. Yeah. So
it is I think that's partially why, like in movies, you know, they have those scenes where they're like, kill me, you know, they're suffering and they're just like, kill me.
Right, yeah,
like,
yeah.
I kind of hate those scenes because it's like, I've been there. It's like, it's shit's bad right now, but you gotta hold on.
Yeah.
It might not get better for you, but you can make an impact that will make things better for someone else.
Right. Yeah. But again, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's true. Oh, but I mean, it's not. Okay. Do you remember Paul Monson?
He was a big impact on me when he. I don't know why Grandpa wasn't, but he was a huge impact on me when he died.
Yeah. Okay, and that's one thing I wonder too. And here's the other theory too, which, especially for Christians, I don't think it's so much a theory. I actually feel like this is accurate, but I'm willing to be open to debate. But I feel like with Christians, if we're in a true to goodness, honest relationship with Christ, then I feel like when we ask for protection, when we talk to God and we say, protect us from whatever, then I think He does let us die in places where it's like, I'm starting to head down a path that could lead me to true evil. And so to die physically now and stay in a place where I'm with God is going to be way better than allowing me to live and head down that bad path.
Yeah, but
and so I feel like
I think about the dude that wrote It Is Well.
Yeah.
Just a devout Christian that went totally off the deep end at the end of his life. And maybe that going off the deep end didn't separate him from God. Maybe that had nothing to do with it, and so God was like, let him live his life, let him do whatever. But I don't know.
Yeah, and that's tough too, because at the end of everyone's life, I mean, with everyone, you don't know the relationship at the end. You don't know any of that. Why did Paul die? or why
Right.
did, all this stuff happen to people, Grandpa, he died at what, 60? And I mean, Grandpa was really like, he did impact me really intensely, not only because of the relationship I had with him when I was, 10 or
Yeah.
whatever, but then also afterwards, because everyone always said stuff like, like when I was going to be a teacher, they said, oh, Grandpa always wanted to go into education, and like everything that I grew into was something that he,
Right.
he was
Yeah.
going to be or wanted to be or whatever, So it's just like, that stuff also just is really intense, for me. And so
For
then
sure.
you're just, so then you got to ask, why was he allowed to die at that age? Whereas Pap, he's kicking around for how many years? Like, I mean, it's awesome. It's so awesome.
Oh,
But
yeah.
why is, he, around and Grandpa wasn't allowed to, and so you just, I don't know.
I
It's
think
very,
Oh, see, and I think okay, I thought about this a lot when I was younger because of all that. Because some people die young, some people die old. I think that
right.
the way God looks at death is so different than the way we look at death, and we see it as this like I don't know if it's a punishment or if it's an ultimatum or if it's like
Just the end. I mean, that's
yeah.
what I feel like a lot of us feel. It's like that's the end.
It's the worst thing that could ever happen to anybody ever.
Right. Right.
And I think God's just like it's like a door, guys.
It's a door. Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
Like yeah,
Walk through it. It's fine. It's not. It's a little scary.
It's a door you've never
It's-
been through. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yo, you do the right thing. You accept my son. This door's gonna lead you to an awesome place. And even
Right.
then, it's like we as Christians were like, he has this line. This is the line. You can't cross
Yeah.
it, and or
Right.
you're going to hell. And I think
Right.
even then, he's like, come on, man, just say it. Just say it. Okay, we're accepting him. He said it. We're accepting him. Like I think he
Right.
wants as many people as he can get. Like, come on, man, just a little bit. Just a little
Oh,
bit.
for sure.
It's enough. That's enough.
No.
Let him in.
Yeah. No, because I honestly, I mean, and because I think I've got all these friends that are Muslim, and I've said it before, like I feel like that they would make great Christians
Mm-hmm.
because of the way that they are helping others, that the way they act, in general. And it's just like, I really do feel like at the end of everyone's life, there is that reckoning where they are shown the real truth,
Yeah.
and they're like, okay, look, you were off by a little bit. All right. Yeah. It's this God guy, but there is actually Jesus who's a little more important than maybe you guys were making him out to be. All right.
Yeah.
Because he's like the savior of your soul. So
Right.
do you want to, come and join us? And, I'm saying this with a lot of words, but I feel like it's not even words. I feel like it's this feeling where it's like, here's goodness. And
Right.
do you want to join us with this? And then there's that choice that everyone gets to make.
Yeah. Well, I love using Chad as an example. He's not perfect. I've seen him do bad things. I've heard him say bad things. But his day-to-day walk with people is just acceptance. Like,
Really?
he walks as a Christian. He talks as a Christian. He's an atheist.
Okay.
There has to be a weird level. Like maybe I am supposed to like go to him and say, hey man, you have to accept Jesus. God wants you there, and you belong there. You literally embody what he wants. You just have to accept his son.
Right.
Maybe that's my job, or maybe God's just like he is embodying what I want him to embody.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I need to talk to him, but I don't know how.
See, and that is
Yeah.
a tough thing too, because I do think sometimes I come up with excuses to not talk to people, and I don't want to do that either. I don't want to create a mentality where I'm like, It's okay. God's gonna have this heart to heart with them at the end. I'm good. I don't need to do anything.
Let's ignore all those parts of the Bible where he commands me to go out and spread his word.
Spread
He
the
didn't
word.
really mean that.
It was a joke. It was a joke, Oh man. Jeez. Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right. It's an excuse.
Yeah.
It's so hard. Like, I would so much rather just go up to a stranger and be like, "Can I tell you about Jesus?" than go up to Chad. And I love Chad. Like, he is literally a brother to me.
Yeah. But that's the problem, isn't it? I mean, because with these students now that I've always said, the reason I don't share my faith is because I don't want to, at a private school, take advantage of the opportunity, the trust that I've been given by parents to take these little minds and then, try and, proselytize them or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I stand by that, but the problem is now I've been a teacher for such a long time that a lot of my kids that I used to teach are now in university. Like they're in their 18, 19, 20s, right?
Holy cow.
And so now I don't have that choice anymore. I don't get to say, well, they're little things that don't know what they're...
Yeah.
No, they're adults now, and I need to be, sucking it up and...
Yeah. Well, I imagine some of them are even
this.
looking for some sort of educational debate. Like, hey, teach. This is what I learned.
Well, yeah, I mean, and I won't even say that. They're, a lot of these kids are at U of W, right?
Yeah.
And they are asking questions about, this, I'll say super liberal, because I do agree with certain liberal principles, some of them, but I feel like Washington's like this super liberal freak show that just it gives them a bad name of liberals the same way that, these super conservative Tea Partyists act, kind of thing. So anyway, not getting into politics, but basically these guys are asking questions that, are valid questions. And, why is it so hard for me to just, go up and say, hey, you know what? Here's an answer, one that's worked for me for many, many years. And I mean, I'll come up with excuses like, I'm not in their lives anymore. I'm in Bulgaria. It would be nicer to do this, having coffee and talking face to face instead of like, from 3,000 miles away. But, in the end, it's just kind of an excuse. And it's like,
honestly,
it is important to share and that's a tough one. That is a tough one.
It's kind of, I mean, I don't know, maybe I put myself in this situation, but I think it's kind of tough too, because I'm open. They know how I believe.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know how they believe because we all talk about it. But it's like, because I know how he believes, because I've accepted how he believes, if I come to him and I'm like, hey man, I just want to tell you about Jesus, it kind of feels like I'm telling him how he believes is wrong. And there's a potential that if he takes it that way, that he's just not going to be friends with me anymore. And we're talking 9-10 years friendship.
Yeah.
I don't want to just give that up.
Okay, and that is the other thing too, is that you don't want to sever the relationships either.
Yeah.
And that is the I guess the real tough part, because and that's the one I think I'm more nervous about is how can I present this in a way that's not, oh, he's a kook, just like my next door neighbor who's a Jehovah's Witness or whatever,
Right.
there's plenty of kooky.
Yeah, be kooky all you want, but if you're my best friend, man,
Yeah.
you can't just be kooky around me.
Right.
Like,
yeah,
I have a tolerance for it. I have a normal tolerance for it, but if every day you're gonna come in and tell me that Scientology is real and that we have to worship Zorg,
yeah,
like,
it just makes it a little bit harder to.
I'm probably not gonna hang out with you too much.
Right.
But if that's me, shit, no one wants to hang out with me as it is.
Right. Ah, jeez.
I
I don't know.
My plan right now, unless God impresses something on me, my plan right now is to wait for a deathbed confession and just be like, man, either you're going out or I'm going out, but I got to tell you about this real quick.
Right. Jeez.
I don't know. That's so.
That's
I feel
awesome.
so. Yeah, but it feels so cowardly.
Okay. That's fair. It does, but at the same time too, I feel like in the end, what I'm doing is, or what I should do more. I don't necessarily do that so much, but what I should do more is be just prayerful about it. Like, hey, where I am. That I'm kind of, I value this relationship, this friendship, or for me, I value the, like, I don't even talk to, like, I don't go looking for my students because I feel like that can come off a little creepy when
Right.
you're a teacher that's seeking out students you used to teach, right? Especially when they're at this particular age.
Right.
So, but I feel really blessed to have them come and find me and send me messages, and they want to chat and they want to hang out when I come back to the country or whatever. And I think that's just so incredible. I don't want to lose that. And so I feel like, God knows that. And so, then, okay, just let me know, like, really, really impress me. I moved to Bulgaria. Okay. So clearly I'm aware of your impressions. So like, if you need me to talk to these guys about this, then really impress that on me. Because otherwise I'm going to keep, acting out the visage of who you are and whatever. So
I'm not telling God how to do his job, but a tap on the shoulder and go this way. That helps.
I'm okay with that. Whatever, right?
I pay attention to that every time.
Big time. And believe me, I will be like, okay, that way, I'm there. Okay, you got it. Okay.
Oh man, I like the idea of some kid that works for me that doesn't read my user manual that comes up to me and he's like, "Why don't you just tell me what to do, bro?" That's me. I'm that kid.
Yeah. I understand that.
Just be clear. Of course I don't read your book.
And? Oh, jeez.
Just all the confidence in the world. What are you going to do about it?
What are you going to do about it?
I'm almighty, right? Not just mighty, I'm almighty.
I could smack you in the face right now if I wanted to.
I could just show you myself and you would die.
Yeah, right. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but you tell me what to do, bro. All right?
You tell me. Oh, shoot. Oh, my goodness.
I think about that every time I hear one of these atheists talk about how there is no God, and then they'll make some kind of... They always do this, like
if you hear this, or
smite me right now.
Right.
Proof he doesn't exist. That's what I think about it. It's just that kid with all the confidence in the world. Oh,
right.
You're nothing, dude.
Oh man, you were so lucky that he's such a good God.
Oh my gosh, seriously,
man. If he was that spiteful kind of person, oh man.
He's that ultimate dad. That's like, we'll deal with you later. All right, kiddo.
Okay. Oh, jeez, man. That's awesome. Oh, man. All right. I don't know.
I'm having a hard time with this schnapps.
Are you?
Well, I didn't mean to do that.
I don't know if I still... No, I'm not right now, but I'm freaking out that I will because... Oh, the party ended. Never mind. I had a party going on, and so I got like free schnapps, free beer, free like anything alcohol. And I was struggling with the schnapps before. I have no beer at all. And so I knew that as soon as the party ended, I was going to lose all of it. And I did. So that's fun.
Okay, you actually have to put the schnapps distilleries close to the potato farms?
No, you don't have
Oh.
to. You need to put it next to a warehouse. But
Okay.
they give you a check mark, so I wonder if you get some kind of bonus if you do. But I put them everywhere. I don't stick to just one place. Yeah, because I'm doing farms right now, and
Yeah, you told me to upgrade my homes, and now I'm out of stuff.
what's your farmer workforce? Because you don't want to upgrade everything, because if you do, you'll run out of farmers too.
Oh no. Workforce 341.
For workers?
Yeah.
What about farmers?
Oh no. Negative 640.
Holy shit! How in the world? Oh, good God!
I don't know.
Can you downgrade? Wait, I think you can downgrade. I think
Oh.
you can downgrade.
Okay. Yeah, you can. That's why why my homes were getting destroyed, huh?
I mean, it's definitely something. Do you get paid back? Okay, cool. That's nice.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez. Yeah, that part is kind of annoying because the other Anno game that I play, the one that is in the future, that one all you do is upgrades, and then the lower class citizens live in the nicer buildings along with the new citizens.
Oh. And this one actually separates them?
This one separates them, and you can have like all workers if you wanted. You could upgrade everything, but then you would lose, all your farmers. So that's kind of annoying, because then you have to. For me, it's like, I don't know. I try not to create districts where it's like the farming district and the worker district. I put the more advanced guys towards the center, I guess, just because all the weird stuff is there. All the nice stuff is there. I have not been doing that with this. No.
I got rid of all of those upgraded buildings, and I'm still down 270.
How about new houses then?
Is that how you do it?
I mean, that's what I would do. You do you, man.
I don't even do me that well.
Holy shit. You also have, like, so many fisheries.
I was down on fish.
Okay. So, I mean, I've got a pretty large workforce. Whatever. I got 3 fisheries. I guess I can do 4. Never mind.
Yeah, see, I'm just ahead of the times.
Yeah. I take it back. Never mind. I withdraw my statement.
I have 7. All right, maybe I have too many.
Whatever, it's each one uses 25 farmers, so.
Oh my gosh. I don't know why that didn't register with me until just now. Demolish!
It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, that freed up some workforce.
Oh, shoot.
Some of this.
Nothing really seems to heavily consume these guys. Okay, do I have hops? I do. I can make beer. Finally.
Hops makes beer?
Hops and wheats barley stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what wheat is yet.
Oh, that's cool.
I just feel like I'm failing. Yeah.
I wasn't gonna say that. I wasn't gonna say that at all. I don't know. I feel like I'm moving so slow compared to somebody who should know how to play this game.
I just feel like Abigail's gonna get in here and it's gonna be a reverse of Kingdoms.
I can't. No. If that happens, we're gonna make a pact now that will sneak up on her and kill her. And if she asks, we just say it was the computer.
Yeah. Did you name the computer the same as yours? Yeah.
Yeah, that's how this game works. It mimics people. That's crazy.
Sorry, Abs. You shouldn't have asked how to build a skyscraper before anyone had a skyscraper.
Yeah. Well, the rest of us were villages. The computer picks up on that. They tap into the mic system and shit goes down.
It's called game balancing.
Yep.
High level game balancing.
Jeez.
Man, I think I gotta get some food. I'm starving.
Yep. I need to go to bed. I'm gonna collapse any second. So I'm gonna save this game just in case. But I also understand if we start over because of Abigail.
I kind of hope we start over. This is not a great start for me.
No, although I'm really glad that they don't. I took off most of the computers. It was pretty peaceful. Like I felt like there was no one that was walking around us or,
Yeah, I didn't notice anything.
Neither. I mean, I sent my ship out because I needed to get another island, but that was it. So anyway. All right, man. Well, this has been fun.
Yeah, man.
We should do it again.
Another long stream.
Another long stream. That's right.
When we get discovered, people are going to have like 100 hours of just listening time. Not a lot of gameplay, but a lot of listening.
I mean, but at that point, too, the games are going to be like moot points. They're going to be like, well, we're not there for that. Let's take these long streams, segment them up into seasons, and that's what they're listening to,
Exactly.
Oh, jeez. All right, man. Well, have a good day.
Yeah.
And we'll talk again next week.
Definitely. Do you think you and Stoyanko will be on tomorrow morning?
Yeah, I think so, actually. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I'll give you a text for sure.
Yeah, let me know. I'll be on my computer at least.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, man.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
And to everybody watching, thank you so much for making it this far. Links to my Instagram, that's it, down in the description. Also on the screen right now. I'll be back next week. I don't think I'm going to stream tomorrow because I don't want to. Deuces, Ninja. I'm flipping off the camera that's not there.